Greetings once more, travelers. I see you've come back to enjoy my tales yet again. As we last discussed, as I last told you, our fledgling pirates have found themselves once again upon the high seas. And in doing so, pirating. The uninvited guest in Rickety Squibs was a free captain who proved to be a possible ally. And now, with a little bit of experience under their belts, it's time for them to continue their high seas adventures. There's booty, loot, plunder to be had out there. And plenty of misadventures that they're going to get into before their names are rung in every bar, saloon, and seedy place. Especially like this one that we can find. So come now, sit around as we continue to tell the tale of our fledgling buccaneers. Greetings! Welcome, Buccaneers of Shackled Sea.
Hello.
So yes, if you missed the previous week that we played, it was 2 weeks ago. They finished up their adventures of Rickety Squibs and have become full-fledged pirates.
Yeah, we robbed a fishing vessel.
Yeah, we stole fish.
You did steal fish.
They had like +1 chain.
Yeah, every captain has a +1 chain shirt.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I said before, I'm pretty sure I see more reason not to steal from them because clearly that woman was she'd hired slaves or something. We stole from slaves.
Well, it's not our problem.
They're the ocean's problem, though.
Yeah, they're the ocean's problem.
No, that's another campaign.
I swear to God.
So I'm gonna actually switch us over to the map layer right away and zoom out of the. So this map is actually visible because every time I start this, it zooms back into where it is. But so your ship is approximately in, I think, this area here.
Yeah, we're like over there now. We continue to forget to move our ship.
Yeah. So
well, the ship is exactly where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the ocean.
So you've now
early or late.
You've now taken on 2 crews. Neither were particularly armed, and it's as your ship is getting to sail again, and you're continuing your adventures a few days after the last one, as your crew is, continuing to get into the hang of things. Your very good friend and member of your crew, Fish Guts, will actually approach the lot of you. I was paying attention during the last raid. It seems as though we were having a little bit of trouble. I saw you there, Miss...
Wow, forgot her name.
Sorry, Natilius.
Me?
Miss Natilius.
No, what?
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea who you're talking about.
My brain just broke for a second. Don't mind me. I'll fix it. You were trying to fire off the ballista without much luck.
I don't know. I had made it a hit on the sails.
Yeah, but it seems as though we're not particularly armed for combat like that. This ship here seems designed more for getting on board, and unfortunately that means if we do run into some issues with some folks that have weapons, we'd be in trouble. We've been lucky so far, but there's plenty of vessels out there that are much more defensible. Now I know that we don't particularly have a lot of plunder to offer and to sell from our group, from our stash. But I was going to suggest a few things. Perhaps getting some more weapons as soon as possible, and some folks who might be trained at using them. Now there is one thing I can suggest that might give us a little quicker money. Not many folks usually stomach such a thing, but it is a pirate's way. Turns out there's lots of small fishing villages you can find in this area. Especially since we're getting closer to Mataku Island. They might not have a lot, but they certainly would have a little bit of goods that can be taken.
And he's telling us that...
I'm getting the impression here that you're much more of a listener than a talker. You are aware group is talking to you, yes?
Why me specifically, though?
All of you.
Yeah,
it shouldn't just be me specifically.
It addressed Natilius with, like, the cross, using the ballista, and then got back to
I agree. Yeah. I don't have to state the obvious.
Well, if you mean raiding villages, there's nothing wrong with that.
We have plenty of weapons after that raid. I mean, we have 25 composite longbows +1, and 25 scimitars.
I think you mean ship weapons.
Aye.
Something to better take out sails. A ballista bolt doesn't exactly destroy sails very efficiently. It kind of just goes right through and leaves a little bit of a hole.
I'm aware of how a ballista works.
I'm sure they're just a big crossbow.
Pointing out what group might have been referring to.
Aye.
If we want to raid some fishing villages, why not? Who cares? It's the same as raiding a ship. Just, if they surrender, don't kill them.
Well, small villages, definitely something to deal with. But I might suggest that we would come in during the night, get a little bit of surprise, prevent them from having an organized defense, take out any or disable any of their fighters. The rest would probably surrender very easily then, of course.
That works, but can't exactly see at night, and I don't know how many of us can.
Well, the point being that they'd all be asleep and we'd all go on. Obviously, we'd need torches, but while they're asleep, it takes much longer for them to rally a defense against us attacking. And, they will have lights, so we can approach them and see where they are, or at least where the town is. The closer we are before we ignite our own torches, the less warning they have.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. Just to be aware, we will be in a position of disadvantage maybe on first arrival if they have lookouts.
That is the possibility. But that's the idea of going in at night. Their lookouts won't be able to notice anything if we go in the would it be Jolly Boat? It would be the Jolly Boat, I think we call it.
No, it could be my hat.
Aye, it could be. We can...
No, it shouldn't be, because I can only use it once a day.
We merely need to spot it and, anchor somewhere nearby. Then at night, send in the boats. Once the defenses have been taken care of, it's just a matter of taking what you need and transporting it back and forth.
Captain, what do you say?
Yalkul sort of looks over the group here, getting a sense that everyone is kind of in agreement. That's what I got the sense of, at least. I'll look over the fish guts and I'll say, all right. So, I guess the first thing we have to do is find a village.
Aye. It certainly would be a lot easier. Now, Motaku probably has a few. For best results, most likely we want to head towards the coastline, though. Farther to the north. Up to you which one you want to go for.
All right, Revia, start making our course that way. We'll see what we can spot.
Yeah, and I guess I'd get the ship going to the proper direction.
Okay.
I imagine we're probably having this conversation around the wheel. I actually don't know how ships work. I don't know if you can just leave the wheel for a while. I'm assuming you can because the sea.
There's usually like something you can usually
Well,
at least have a rope or something you can tie off the wheel so it's steady.
It stays true. Yeah.
So, someone probably, if we're talking someone else in the crew that knows how to like hold the ship steady, could just hold the wheel.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
probably
right.
call over like a sailor
Like
or something.
Cog or something, right?
Yeah,
You know,
someone.
someone trustworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if that's the case, yeah. Let's do it. Do some raiding.
Okay.
Oh, go pillage.
All right.
Well, probably not pillage, but you know.
They could do some pillaging.
Well, pillaging is like, you know, we don't want to really burn their homes. That's just mean, you know? We're just taking out the stuff already.
Maybe they deserve it.
You know what I mean?
This is a Viking campaign, though.
Okay.
Well, there's
Hard
Um,
luck turn.
So
Blood ravens for everyone!
it'll take if you're heading straight north, I think it'll take about a day to start getting along the coastline. Let me roll some stuff here, and let's see what we get here. All right. On the second day of heading along this coastline, so like when you're getting in close to the coastline, it's assuming that you're not sailing at full speed because you are keeping an eye out like along the coast for small settlements that might be here. So you'll spend a few days probably getting to maybe about here, we'll say. But after that, during that third day, you will indeed spot a small village along the coastline. It does not seem particularly large. Certainly, probably takeable if you want to go after them. No signs of obvious defenses. In the spyglass you have, you can see they probably have like smaller vessels, nothing large, nothing, probably all like rowing vessels and stuff, nothing with sails. They do seem to be kind of like in a small bay, so certainly you can sail past and find a place to anchor nearby. And if you want to wait for night, you can attack them head on. What do you want to do?
So Yoko will generally always go towards the head-on solution, and I imagine he would have to be tempered away from that. No, he's not gonna like hardcore like this is the way we're going. He would definitely push for the let's go during the day. Let them see us coming. Let them know our magnificent sort of method. Though he wouldn't word it that way.
And
So
I will
that-
immediately stand in staunch opposition to this plan, as I don't want to be riddled with arrows.
For once, I agree with the dancer.
Did we also not forget that, Yako, we just talked about this like a moment ago. We're gonna go in at night.
He's not.
It was like
the-
2
he's
days
not-
ago.
He's
No,
not,
but-
he's not the smartest lad. Don't bring it up.
Well, yes, that's what you said the plan was, but then I thought perhaps we would go during the day. We would wade out of the froth, and they would let them know our magnificence, know our glory. We've been waiting for this for a while.
Yako, look. You'll have no glory telling of raiding a small fishing village.
There is also that.
I mean,
It's true.
everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but we can start somewhere better. You
Has your
deserve better.
diet been a little low on iron? Like, I can get you some meat if you want. There's far easier ways to have iron ingested than having it forcibly inserted into your body.
Nobody lives forever.
No,
Great.
but I'd kind of like to live as long as I
Okay,
can.
I enjoy living.
Well,
It's
then
hard to
I
dance
do
when
too.
you're dead.
why don't you guys tell me the plan again? You don't have to actually tell me the plan again. Just
Well, you see, we're gonna go into cover night.
We're gonna sneak in at night, everyone wearing full plate armor.
Yeah, I think
we're
that was
all
gonna
gonna
be
drown.
material. Yoko will definitely take some time to push for for that method, but once tempered back to smarter ground, yeah, I think that's the play: is to go at night, take the defenses out as quietly as possible, and then raid the village.
How do you make holy water in Pathfinder?
Powdered silver in a spell.
You need some Jesus.
Yo, all need some. Jesus.
Jesus isn't here right now. I'm sorry.
Is it not-
Just
is it-
screaming, "You need some Jesus!" at a water skin. It just the thought.
Well,
I think it's a Orison. I can't.
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's
I
like a
think
first level spell, Bless
It's
Water.
a best
Oh,
water
is it
spell.
first?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, it's actually a spell.
It is actually
Yeah.
a spell, and it costs you. It has a material
25
component
gold,
of.
5 pound of pirate silver. Worth
Yeah.
25
which
gold.
25 gold, or the same as buying a holy water from a temple because they sell it at cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pathfinder really just likes to fuck you.
And I.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
it's nice that at least you can see that, like, but they sell it at cost at least. They're like,
So could we have made some from like powdering coins or whatever?
do you?
No, it's,
Do you-
it's alchemical silver. It's different.
It's just
Um,
powdered silver, right? It's text.
Actually,
You can't powder a coin.
you
I
can't.
know.
You can't. Yeah, I was gonna say
Not with
that.
that attitude. Not with that attitude. You
Yeah,
can't.
cool. Can you
Yeah,
like
Yaku
grind this?
might be able to.
Well,
You not
grind
so
it
much.
Hang on.
I have a
Let
19
me just
strike.
say this.
I just want to.
Forget about what the name of the spell is.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about the name of that.
Oh yeah. So I'm like, I need some powdered silver. Silver.
Well, let me get the knife out.
I think this is stealth only. That's what I was just-
I don't think you can make it. Oh no, you can. Okay.
That would
I
still
could
be
technically
very
if I had the
funny.
spell. I just think
Yes,
self only.
it is self only. So you,
Unlucky.
Yeah, sorry, I can't do it. I can't
Well,
bleed silver for you.
Is it a cleric spell? No, I just want. Oh, sorry. There's a spell that I want to make a holy ice weapon because it's cool, but it requires holy water.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry, that'd
Can't
be
do
the
that.
funniest goddamn thing in the world. Just like he's like, all right, I need like powdered silver, and you just see the dollies just draw the dagger.
It's like
How
a deep
much do
sigh.
you want that?
Pouring it into this bottle, the casting is like, here you go, holy water.
Just slice your head over the bleeding.
Ah!
Wait, he's like, what the hell?
This is terrible.
It's
Okay.
actually painful.
That
So,
I won't be doing that spell then. I'm just sorry. I'm prepping my spell list. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. As for the village, where on the map would he have been pointing? Yeah, Mataku, I know is but where on the map specifically did he say we should be looking?
Oh,
Like
just
right
one.
here along the coast?
That
Is it anywhere
coastline
along the coast?
there can work. Like the large isles will have it, and also the actual coastline, like along Mwangi or Savara. Like to the north, up towards Port Peril, Savara. Towards the south, past around the Slithering Coast is Mwangi. That's the kind of area that has a lot. Also, the Big Islands will have it.
I was thinking like this kind of would be how we travel, and then like we go down
Probably.
through
Yeah, like when you hit the
Senchu,
small islands, you're probably no longer looking at areas that would have a lot of
So-
fishing villages
so-
like this, because these are like
and then
small
we'll go too
settlements.
far north.
What we could do is, if we see a village, right? We could just sail past it, right?
Yeah.
And then once we're out of view of them, right, we can then wait till nightfall and then sail back.
Yeah. Then you have to just like
We-
drop anchor outside the bay and then just take your small boat in.
Yeah, we could literally just we could even have it done that the party goes first in the boat while the boat stays a little bit of the way, and then they just sail the boat over when it's time to actually like we'll have some sort of signal in place. We'll have to figure that out in a second.
Wait
But
here for blank hours and then come get us.
yeah, and then we just go and take out the defenses, and then when it comes raid time, everyone just they pull up, we raid, and then we just get the fuck out before any other pirates or God forbid some sort of government.
You think
it
there's a
comes-
government here?
I have literally Eric, the player, has no knowledge of the shackles. I should have
Even
done some research, but I don't.
even the Savara or Mwangi coasts are not going to have a huge amount of government because they are pretty wild coastlines. Here on Motaku
Well, like,
Isle,
aren't there going to be like
Island.
maybe military ships from other places that are sailing through here, perhaps?
there is
Not at night though.
there is the
Like
That's very true.
unlikely.
The Chelish Navy, which is coming from farther north, can be found in this area, but that's just because the Chelish are kind of dicks and do want to have influence in the area.
I have one question.
Sure.
That's also insane.
Would low light vision solve any penalties for it being dark out?
Probably outside the village, no, but inside the village, they probably are going to have, like, torches lit, gonna be honest, you know? They're
Okay.
gonna have, like, fires going.
I just have a spell that can give it to me. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, they will probably have some kind of night-based patrol just because it is, like, a pretty savage area still. So,
I'll
mean...
shoot them with my gun.
You know what? No, I'm gonna do bull strength for Yakul. I'm gonna make you huge.
Oh my god. We could bull strength, cat's grace, and enlarge person, you cool.
Good lord.
I know.
I can bear them too.
It's
Jesus.
bad.
Hold
I
on,
know
what
it's
can I
bad
do?
and inefficient, but this is really why I want to get improved sundering because I just want to start breaking. I know this doesn't actually. It's supposed to be breaking weapons, but I just want to
Oh my
shatter like buildings. I
Hear
just
me,
wanna
hear me
just
out.
come in.
Right.
It's under the wall.
Hear me out. You give them all these buffs, I make them invisible.
Giant dude just appears out of nowhere and he flattens a guard.
No, you just hear
I'm just
stomp.
gonna
They hear
do
stomping, but they don't know
this
where.
and this. Hey, here's a fishing village.
Oh shit, villages.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hey, if
God,
there's any
that could
mages here, they belong to me if they die. Just saying.
That could actually be like a pretty cool like distraction tactic at some point. Is I literally you just like do all that stuff to me, make me invisible. I just go stomping around somewhere, and everyone's like, "What's that noise?" And
Smash a house.
Mm-hmm. So you would probably
and at the
land
level?
in one of these areas.
Just
Just point out where you want to land at this small
where do we want
village.
to be, Captain?
Yeah, Captain.
Let's
Yeah,
go
Captain.
ahead.
Where do we
Yeah,
want to
Captain.
be?
Our
What-
8 intelligence captain.
Look,
Let's
he's
land.
got spirit.
We land on. We should land on this side.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking right
Oh,
there.
this side might
Exactly
have
right
more
there.
cover.
I was thinking we do that and then we move in.
what
and
is-
try to
what
sort
are
of
these?
take
Can
this
we
half.
see what these are, or tell what these are from a
Those are
distance?
boats.
Boats.
Boats. I would think. they would get a little-
Yeah, do we want to land with the boats then, so nobody can just leave with stuff? I don't want to just kill people, but I also don't want them to
Yeah.
leave with their stuff.
Let's go here.
I think
I don't want
Yeah,
them to be
smart.
dead. I just want them to be stuffened.
We want them to suffer. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
as in to have no stuff. Without stuff.
Oh god.
Stuff it.
I hate this.
I
One
make
of
no
those deep
apologies.
South contractions where you take like 4 words and you shorten them into one.
Land yourselves over here.
Here we'll use the flute as us.
Yeah. Actually, this is actual size.
What is the actual size?
Yes. The squares aren't 10 feet; they're 5 feet because the big map had 10 foot, but I adjusted it to 5 feet, so you can actually land yourselves there. And I will. There is
I'm
going to
gonna
be. There is
Landing
low
in the
light.
small town of Event 8.
Yes.
Event 8. I'm gonna make
Uh-huh.
this boy invisible.
I'm okay.
Pog.
Well, let me
So we're buffing
re-
Yakul now.
reveal something here.
I
Because
mean, they last for a minute. Yeah.
boop. There's these guys here. That will be very obvious
Oh.
here.
Kill them.
I'm gonna move that over there. Switch in view. And I will roll a dice here because it's very important. And all right. You currently have. Let me clear this turn order. So right now, you've just landed. These guys here, as you can see them, have sounded an alarm. It will be 3 turns before anybody else can start showing up. So you have a 3
Just gonna
turns
buff up your cool.
advantage. You could have buffed up ahead of time because you were landing a boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you're
would have
cool, you're
made
big and Dexy.
I
So-
would've made Quentin invisible beforehand,
Yeah,
so Quentin
will
could
you-
like sneak around.
You make me big.
Yeah,
You're-
yeah.
I
Let
will
me
also
just
roll initiative.
pop the.
Alright.
Also,
I have
let
lots
me-
of stuff I need to.
Nice.
let
Nice.
me-
Alright.
There you go.
So I'm assuming you're blessing
wait.
too.
Okay, so everything that yeah, everyone gets blessed. That's all I'm actually giving to everyone.
Let me.
What is blessed?
Oh,
dice
you get
roll and
you get blow strength, bull strength.
So there are these here.
stuff? Dogs.
Puppies! They're very angry.
Kill them.
With violence.
And,
murder.
This is a
This guy here, except he's got a spear instead of an axe. Just there you go.
Regular man.
Generic human.
He's just a dude with a spear
Just a dude.
and some dogs.
There you go.
He'll lay all off.
Big
Invaders!
and strong
Invaders!
and slightly dexier, because being big is a -2, so you have a plus, so you have a +2
So
instead
yeah,
of a
cool
minus.
is big, yeah, cool then, right?
All right. Dog's got good
I
initiative.
wonder, does bull strength stack with?
Yes,
It
because
does?
the strength the bonus to strength
Oh, it's
is a
size
size
bonus.
bonus.
Yeah,
so-
versus enchantment bonus.
And
Good
hence-
God,
I'm getting
How
this
much strength
strength.
does you cool have?
Oh,
I'm using bull strength
Is-
too. I haven't adjusted anything.
there's a
everything yet. I'm
giant
still trying to figure out
Yakul is
I
what we're
have.
saying.
Oh,
Yes.
This is why we were
Big.
spotted.
So you get your enlarged, so you get
Yep.
+2
I got-
to strength.
I got the enlarged. I got bull strength was said, but it wasn't pinged. So I think
Yeah, I
You
can
also
ping
get
it.
cat's grace.
okay.
Bull strength.
I'm also getting cat's grace.
Yeah, so the -2 goes to a +2
Was
because
yeah,
it's a
+2 in strength. Okay. I think that so. Right now I'm rocking a +6 to strength, +2 to dex, -1 to attack, -1 to AC.
Well, no,
Plus the
+1
strength.
from +1
Oh,
to
yeah,
attack
plus.
from
And
bless.
then I have the bless separately calculated.
Okay,
Yes, I
good.
do
Then
have
you're
that.
good.
Holy
There's a lot of
crap.
spells.
A lot
You're
of
getting
stuff.
buff, baby.
Ella.
You're getting
I'm
buff,
glad I rolled
baby.
an 8.
Yeah, so that is huge. I am huge and
Big boy.
terrifying.
So I'm gonna grab
biggest
dinner
man.
really quick because I rolled a nice 8 on my initiative,
Oh, I should roll
I
initiative.
do have to roll my initiative.
and I'll
Yeah,
be
sorry. I
right
was...
back.
Do you want to know all the spells I casted, Tantus? Or are you just assuming I'm Gucci?
I'm just assuming you've got them all listed. You know, you
Okay.
spent a bunch of them.
Yeah, I spent basically all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wonderful.
He's probably got like this guy's probably got like a spear in one hand and like a
And he's
torch in the
probably
other.
like shitting himself.
Because there's a big lizard.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just mean.
So rude.
Nobody saw shit.
Mm-hmm.
Only
Someone
one person
felt.
knows.
Someone felt it.
I'm missing
Never
one
mind.
Many times you gonna do?
initiative.
4 rounds a day.
Oh, I know I got them all. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
Oh,
Dogs.
not last.
Burk, 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 burk. Yeah,
That's very
cool.
reasonable.
And
You're
this
getting.
is the part where we laughed because Cleve exists.
I'm so sorry, little puppers.
They deserve it.
Oh, they missed you.
Yeah, they missed.
Even with charge bonus. They
Can
did not roll.
I just full
No.
action
Wait.
lie down so they think that they did a good job?
No.
Burf,
I
burf,
love
burf,
it.
burf.
I love it.
I'm proud of them.
Burf, burf, burf.
They're trying their best.
So,
Should I
Oh, cool.
lay
How
down
do
so they
you-
think they did it?
And this one trips on something and is like lying down in front of you on the ground now.
Oh.
You're cool.
Pancake them.
The DM uses emotional distress. It's super effective.
he just swings and they're both launched into the river.
Eric is very much a dog lover. Y'all cool doesn't give a shit though.
They're trying to
Yeah,
murder you,
I get how
okay?
you feel. I fucking love
Alright. Enlarged Earthbreaker. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pooches. I'm a natural one! Are you
Oh
kidding
my
me?
god.
What's happening?
Oh
What did that?
my
What did that? Whoa, can we just talk about the damage?
No, we cannot talk about the damage. The damage is 0 because I rolled the net.
Actually beautiful.
god.
I'm actually happy I missed because I didn't want to kill the dogs, but I'm
Kill these
sad that I rolled a natural one.
You have a +10.
That's I have plus 10. I have a straight up plus 10. This is ridiculous. But that's my turn. Unfortunately, I still only have one attack.
Well, Quentin, you're invisible until you attack, and there's some dogs attacking you. Cool.
That's no man.
If you just like zoom in on him for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of zoom.
Uh-huh.
Tiny
He's a
zoom
little,
in.
a little bit squished.
Oh no, I mean like on the map. Like zoom in on him for a second. Brief second.
Mm-hmm. What, this dude?
On Quentin.
Oh. Zoomed Quentin. Ah! You went weird direction.
Time to kill some dogs.
You can just do this.
Is that good on stream? Let me just check this here. We're still on.
He's just sitting there looking at the dog, and
One of the dogs
Cool.
is prone
The dog?
also.
and Giant Yell Cool at the dog, and at Giant Yell Cool, and he is
Who
stunned.
just loves dogs? Alright?
He is stunned, speechless. and passes his turn.
All right. Achilles, Rio, choose which one he wants to go.
Oh no,
you didn't hear right now, so.
Oh yeah, I'll go first then.
Yeah.
He's here currently. I'm gonna, I don't know, shoot a dog.
Okay.
What a terrible
The
individual.
prone one or non-prone one? I think the prone one actually has bonuses against you because it's prone.
I'll say move slightly,
Okay.
like to here, and then I'll shoot the dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the non-prone one.
Yeah.
Pew. For 1 damage.
Ah, man.
Let's go.
Pew.
The dog is slightly injured.
It's been shot with a crossbow.
Yeah. I would need an Achilles, who is not here at the moment.
Eating dinner or getting dinner.
All right. Revy, what do you want to do in the meantime?
Yeah, I will, step here.
Mm-hmm.
Walk. Wait, I actually have to write this here. Like, bless you.
Nice sneeze.
That works.
Mm-hmm.
Since I don't want to, provoke an AO attack of opportunity.
From the prone dog. I mean, it could still roll a 20. That's true.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stab the prone dog.
Okay.
Oh, +2 from flanking
Yes, you will hit it because it's prone.
It's a doggy.
for 11 damage.
It's still alive.
It's a tough dog.
Impressive, actually.
Yeah. All right.
Either I'm just in time, or you just skip me.
It was just in time.
You're
Go
gonna
ahead.
retroactively take your turn.
Yeah. Retroactively.
Took us a little bit extra time to grab food.
No worries.
I go over here and like take cover or something.
Okay.
There you go, my turn.
All right. This dude will, I guess, go over here and try to spear you.
It's a good bumper.
Does a 19 hit you?
He's scared of the camera.
Good boy.
Oh,
Good girl.
dog.
Good dog.
Don't look at the screen. Don't look at what we're doing, dog. Don't look at what we're
Look,
fighting.
bumpers. Double bumpers, stream bumpers. Oh, look at that little face.
Just got
Look at that
20%
thing.
cuter.
So, Revia, does a 19 stab you?
No, actually, it doesn't.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I have 20 AC because of the +1 chain shirt.
Hell
and,
yeah.
and Shield of Faith, obviously.
Let me just do
So is
something.
this dog gonna take some AOPs?
Probably. Actually, it might just bite while it's down. Anyway, I'm just gonna do that because these guys were close by. What's your speed, dog? Burk, 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 burk. Burk, 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 burk.
Wait, I thought we had 3 rounds before reinforcements arrived.
Oh, these guys were out already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed them.
Yeah.
You know,
they
that would
had,
have been useful information.
they were over here and like walking around. They're like, oh hey, something's going on. So they were only turn
What is
delayed.
going on?
That's a pretty bad position to be
This
in.
one will try to like maul Yakul's ankles while prone. So let's see if it rolls a 20. It does not. This one will be called upon by its master to maul this Revia.
Yeah.
Get this one! Get this one, dog!
That one's not flanking.
It won't hit you.
That misses anyway. Yeah.
Mock that one.
Yakul!
Trinkets and bottles.
And do what must be done.
You do what must be done.
With a
And
greater
you do
good.
it.
Good God.
Which one are you hitting first?
The one on the left,
You'll
I guess.
love to see it.
Okay, this one that's been prone explodes.
Gallagher.
You just
And because I killed it. I'm
You just
gonna clean.
smash down into it, and there's a spray of dog all over the place. Okay.
Brave dog.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
There's more dog gore all over the place. I mean, you have already made yourself an enemy to PETA just by this.
You're bad, and you should feel bad.
You should feel good, y'all cool. You've done a great job.
Done good this day.
May Bestmeyer bless you. Perish the
that's
true
my
the best.
Bless this Earthbreaker.
No! You gonna kill my
That's
dogs! You monster!
You said them afterwards, you dumb.
Quentin.
It seems like my evaluation of things is
Actually-
fine.
Uh,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say to him, dumb.
No, say it.
I was just gonna. Y'all cool after just shattering these two animals, just steps forward and just yells, "Yield!" to these guys.
Guys, get out here! These guys are mean! They're gonna done smash my dogs!
Okay, so I'm gonna ask
Could've
you
done
for some
longer, though, I
clarification
guess.
because apparently things already weren't quite what I thought they were.
Uh-huh.
So it's 3 turns until reinforcements arrive. These aren't reinforcements; they were nearby. They just
Yeah.
weren't on the map.
Yeah.
When reinforcements arrive, are they like just gonna show up here, or are they gonna?
I will tell you, they're waking up currently from their naps in the village. Basically, all these huts, some of them have people in them that would wake up and grab spears and come outside to fight you.
Oh, they'll eventually surrender.
Huh?
Okay, so it's not just gonna be okay.
If we
Then
kill enough
my
of them, they'll surrender.
Plan's still fine. Y'all cool can still easily handle this. 15, 20, 25, 30. Moving up to here. Wait, no, I can double move. Can I? Okay, you know what? As my action, can I try and figure out just by taking a quick look at the houses which ones are most likely to have people that will actually be a threat?
Give me a knowledge local.
Not my worst, not my best. 19.
You're thinking the larger houses have a good chance of having someone. But that's the best bet you have on more definite ones. There could probably be some warriors that have smaller huts too, and that's a little harder to tell, certainly. But yeah, you think the larger huts will probably at least have one warrior in them.
Okay.
Who will come
And
to
was that
fight.
my action or?
You can just do that as an assessment.
Okay. In that case, I'll just position myself. Say here. This is nice enough way of any path. And that's my turn.
Rio?
I'm gonna shadow trap this guy.
Okay.
DC 15.
Will save?
He is shadow trap. So he
What?
is restrained.
What the hell? They're using black magic! They got themselves a witch! Antelius?
Not
I
technically.
resent that. Eat acid.
Whoop.
Does an 8 hit his touch AC?
Surprisingly, no.
Well, there you go.
Bad.
My turn. It's done. You're
That is a
welcome.
nimble farmer man.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I
he's a warrior. He has slight training at warrioring.
He's an entangled warrior.
Ravia?
Swift action, use Fervor to cast Divine Favor on myself. What action is this? Okay,
Mhm.
So, and I will attack the farmer.
Okay. He's probably like a hunter or something. You will not hit him.
He's entangled?
He would have a -4 to his dex.
Then yes, you will hit him, just because of the entangling.
Does Entangle lower touch AC?
I don't know, actually.
It would lower his dex, but not to an 8, I will tell you.
I don't
Okay,
get
that's fair.
I don't get sneak attack on an entangled, right?
No, because he's not flat-footed, technically. He just has a penalty to his dex. So,
He can also use
He
his
did deny them
full
the dex
turn
bonus.
to try to make up a save.
1, 2, 3, 4, actually. Stay here. And he will, Okay. Does a 20 hit you, Revia?
Not a 20. 18 into melee.
Yeah,
True. That's true.
and it does not hit me. As Besmara protects
Technically, it would have been a
literally.
16.
Yeah.
16.
Well,
Yeah, you get -4 for throwing into melee.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
That's soft cover is a 2. Which the dogs I wouldn't have given the soft cover for because they're short, even though they're medium. But yes, no. So yeah, no. He chucks a spear, mighty and true, and it misses you, just because you're in a kerfuffle of things. The other dude is going to just try to melee spear you. Nope. All right. The dogs. Bork, 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 bork. Bork, 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 bork. No dog bites.
well, isn't? Yeah, if they're both attacking me. No, that misses.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
God, Chill of Faith are really saving me today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost a
cool.
blur.
Just you know what it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Dog murdering time? Dog murdering time!
Dog murdering
What?
time.
Oh my god! Is it
That's
ever
a
dog
max
murdering?
roll on
That's a max.
damage.
You have a max of 34 right now.
There's not a dog left. There's
I'm
nothing
just gonna
left. It's gone.
delete these dogs from a turn tracker.
Your enemies turn into a fine red mist.
It's paste.
He gone down and killed our dogs!
Oh, yes,
Step
red
up,
paste. Damn it.
step up, and I just scream, yield!
This poor man.
My
He
turn.
I
deserves
feel
it.
like that's almost an intimidation check.
I'm
This
not. I don't know
massive
if that,
creature just
Technically-
walks up, one-shots all your dogs, turns them into thin red paste, and screams in your face.
I have no idea how that works in Pathfinder. If that's
You
an
do an
action
action.
to operate. It is an action,
Barbarians,
yes.
barbarians get it as like I think a free action or something at some point, or swift.
Yeah. I think there's feats
But-
you can take to make it, like, moves and
Nah,
stuff.
I'm not actually intimidating. I'm just basically telling you to
It's the demoralized stuff, basically.
Yeah.
Well, it was just pretty cool, but
Which
I'm
is
not-
unfortunate as an action, because I really some events in games it really feels like it just be like, okay, that's fucked up. That's a check of some sort.
Yeah,
But like Darkest Dungeon style stress.
yes, stress.
I mean, there technically is, like,
Oh.
a general morale to things, but it's not quite the same
Yeah.
way.
I know. I'm
But yeah,
still past
that's my
that,
turn.
by the way.
Waited.
Okay. Quentin.
They're all
anything?
within 30 feet still. I'm passing my turn.
Okay. Yo. Bring anything.
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. This is a question because I don't actually really know how spells really work in Pathfinder. Can I cast Shadow Trap on a different person if someone is already Shadow Trapped?
Let me check what Shadow Trap is. It is
That-
not a
that's actually something I don't really
concentration,
know.
so the answer is
No.
yes.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to Shadow
that's-
Trap this guy.
Okay.
That's a pretty cool spell.
Oh, what the hell? Dark shadows! They're gonna kill my dog and cover me in dark shadows! Quick, everybody! Get up! Terrible witch monster! Giant dragon creature! We all gonna be dead if we don't get up in time! Antilles?
Man. Does a 21 hit?
Yes!
Oh.
Ow!
He takes
Ow, the
half
face!
the damage
Ow! Ow, it hurts!
right in the face.
Ow!
And I stay
Um,
behind this wall.
Dark witches!
I'll just take. I'll shout to surrender, lay down your arms, and you'll have your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, what type of check is that? To I don't know.
I guess you could
Convince them to stop fighting because they're obviously losing.
probably intimidate in combat, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Oh!
you just like are just surrender, and you'll lose like you'll be like, he looks terrified of you.
Yeah, Shadow is like kind of like.
So I'm just gonna do this because this guy will drop his spear, be like, "Don't kill me! Don't
Yeah,
kill
and
me!"
I'll just like not even look at him and continue walking past.
Mhm.
And they're like, and I'll look at the other dude, surrender. You know. I mean, they've seen the dogs.
I mean, I can
the dogs
do
are better fighters than
that.
them.
And I can
Oh,
do...
it's all these dead people, and once Shackled gets to them.
And I can do that over here for all these guys.
They're insane if they want to fight this. We just killed all their dogs. That could kill them.
Mhm. Whoa!
He's shadow
I got a
trap.
shadow trap.
Oh, that's right. He's
Can't
shadow.
move.
I'm sorry. He forgot he's shadow trapped. He couldn't move. I was gonna have to try and
He
jump.
can make a save. I
He
think?
can use his full round to save.
Take this, witch! 15 hit you, Rio?
No.
Okay. He chucks the spear at you.
You're really bad at throwing things.
So Tantus,
Yeah.
Oh no.
mechanically, how would I sort of knock the walls of this house out?
You can make a
Wood walls have
strength check.
Wood walls have a DC in health.
Yeah,
Well,
DC.
what is
They
it
have a
made out of?
hardness
It
and a
is.
hit point.
It looks like thatch, but that could just be the map. I don't know if this is
It,
like
it
an actual.
probably is not. It's probably a little better than your average thatch, but probably still pretty. You could crush it. You could either try to do damage to it, which would just destroy parts of it, but then you have to worry about hardness and getting enough damage to destroy the area.
Yeah.
You could make a strength check to just try to break the entire thing down all at once, too. Those are your two options.
I'll just give it the old strength check, just to give it a try. Worst
Okay.
case, I look like a dummy.
Charge into it and pile drive the building.
Yeah, basically.
I
that's
guess
it.
if you want to, since you can charge, if you want to bull
Yeah.
rush it, I will give you the +2 to this check.
Bull rush! I will absolutely
love
bull
it.
rush.
Oh,
Let's go.
Yeah, you just literally see Y'all Cool in the moment just looks around and then looks at the building, and then he kind of like a bull about to charge. He'll do the thing where he taps his foot against the ground and drags it back, and then just rush football style to grab this building and just literally try to upend it.
Tackle the building.
Okay,
Roll
So
the
that's
tackle
it.
building.
that's a CMB.
roll straight strength on this one. You'll have a +2
Thank you.
though.
A +2. All right,
Yes.
so
Oh, you got so much extra strength on you.
The rolls at a plus.
Oh my god!
That's before the +2 is. That's before the +2 is added. By the way.
19!
I need a giant X for the building. I just need an X
Hold on, I
for
got
the
it.
building.
I
Oh
got
my
it.
god!
Here,
You just killed the building!
there you go.
X, I got it. We have to do red.
Okay, there's a guy who opens the door, or moves the little bit of door out of the way and is like, what's he's got his spears ready, all of a sudden just the building collapses down on him.
It's like in Jurassic Park when he's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, I scream out into the oblivion. Yield!
Holy shit, the gold dragon gone done smashed our huts!
Oh, Jesus.
Roll me a free intimidate check. I will give you just smashed a building. You can be intimidating.
Oh.
Not a great intimidate.
my
Oh,
God.
That's actually pretty good.
Doesn't matter, baby.
Oh, 19
God.
again!
Okay. Quentin?
Am I needed?
You could do something.
Honestly, I'm not sure at this point.
Do you want me to make a roll, or can I assume that everyone's focus is on him, on y'all?
Oh,
Cool?
yeah, definitely. You don't have to
Okay.
do it. I'm just saying, yes, he certainly has drawn a lot of attention to himself.
Perfect. Another thing I need to check, because I've never checked how this comes up. If I hold my action for something and I don't move, can I hold a full round action?
You can do one of
Full
two
round
things.
action, the first thing that comes into my
If
attack
you
area.
if you ready, you can only ready a standard action or a move action, and that will then respawn to it directly. If you hold, you act after whatever it is, and then you can take a full round. Those are the two options. The hold means that you can get your full round, and your initiative will drop to after it. Your initiative will change regardless, but the other one, your initiative moves to right in front of it if you ready an action.
Okay. I'm going to hold my action until after the villager's turn, then.
Okay.
So I'll drop mine down to a 3.
Rio, what do you want to do?
Do I see anyone who's not, like... These people are still in their houses, right? And this guy's, like, prone.
That guy is buried under a house, so you have no idea. The house isn't heavy enough to probably crush him, but, you know, he's buried in there. Maybe with his wife or something, you know. There's maybe a baby crying in the house. I don't know.
Wow, Tanner.
You know what?
Jesus.
Deserves it.
DM once more uses emotional distress.
I know.
Deserves it.
I'm
Like,
evil. I'm a DM. I have to be
everything back.
evil.
Imagine caring though.
I am going to...
Not my problem.
Is this guy, like, at a door or something?
The door is like technically being opened, so you could
Like,
probably
can I see these people that are in these houses?
you could probably see these two at least. You probably can't see these folks over here though.
Not these guys. Okay.
Yeah, but these two you could probably
I
see.
am going to... How far away is this man? I'm gonna move a little bit. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to shoot at this guy with a crossbow.
Okay.
Phew.
Okay.
A max damage roll.
Yeah, it was max damage.
Nice.
Antilles, do you want to do anything? It seems like there's a lot of stuff happening.
Can I hide better over here? I guess?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go and slit this guy's throat.
But he surrendered.
Wait, is he a maid?
Yeah, is he a mage?
No.
If he's a mage, I'm gonna go slit his throat and drink his blood.
You said you are evil. What the hell?
Hey, mages don't count, alright? Those are the exceptions.
Mages aren't people.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just gonna...
You're actually a change
get
of
into-
alignment. Neutral evil. Confirmed. What?
Oh god damn, dude! Is this a new campaign? Evil
Chaotic
campaign?
evil, let's
were
go.
placed.
Everyone dies.
All right. Review.
I'm just gonna get into better.
Yeah. Review, what do you want to do?
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna walk up to this dude. I'm gonna look at him and just say, surrender and you'll have your life. Get you
Okay.
another intimidation check.
Sure.
Don't need to, kill
Let's
these people.
go.
Nice.
He's gonna be like, look, ma'am, I was gonna be putting this down anyway. I don't want no giant dragon smashing down my building.
Yeah. Go sit in the corner of your house.
Oh yeah.
and look at it.
Look,
Okay.
About your life.
look. I'm gonna walk back here with my wife and kids. Don't worry about us.
Yeah. Oh, get all the valuables out and at
Oh.
the door, okay?
Okay.
I
we're
mean,
gonna rob
you
you.
like living, right?
Yeah, I like living.
Good.
Alright, this guy's also going to surrender because of the
Fair.
whatever the hell this
Because
is.
of this.
This guy is going to look stoically at you, not being able to move, and he's gonna be like, "You gone done smashed old Billy's house, you bastard,
Not Billy.
dragon monster."
Don't insult our captain. He will murder you.
He is a horrible monster.
He has no
He's
self-control.
truly a
Huh,
monster.
huh, huh. Spears are gonna come flying at you. You cool?
Yakul's just like, I imagine Yakul's literally like some of them are just glancing off of his armor. He's just like in this furious rage.
Dude, okay, if this was like, if these guys, like, what are these village kids in like 10 years, or like 15 years, will be like a main character in the anime.
Yeah,
Why
Yeah,
just
I
revenge on the
absolutely.
evil dragon
I'm
that
looking-
destroyed his town?
I'm looking to leave some goddamn anime protagonist behind after our raids. That's what I'm doing.
Like,
Yeah.
it's actually like terrifying and how.
He's gonna go train for 10 years and come and murder you.
I mean, if you think of the actual image of what's happening here, this is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the monster is literally destroying everybody.
Yeah,
We've
a
missed all
giant
the
dragon
town
is
halls.
smashing people, and
Quinn.
a weird floof is casting magic.
A witch and a
So-
dragon attack the town.
I take it this guy surrendered too?
He just like dropped his spear. He's like,
This guy still hasn't surrendered.
this guy has it.
He's like, he's determined. He's the
He's
he's the
committed.
current anime.
He's just holding up his spear. He's like, he doesn't do anything. No. I guess he just seems like he's ready for you just in case.
Yeah, this is the father.
Don't you have reach at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
I
Just wanted to make
actually,
sure.
Golf club him.
I have the
You should have
knack,
reach,
I don't
yes,
have
because
reach.
you're large.
Okay, yeah. So I do have reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to move up to hit him.
Well, Quentin, what do you want to
Quentin's
do?
just gonna mumble under his breath. Show off. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm assuming that this is like a hedge they can't walk through.
Yeah, it's just some hedges. I mean, you could walk through it, but
Okay.
probably pretty
You
noticeable.
can jump over it.
Oh no.
You're invisible. We can't see
Yeah.
you, so.
Yep, I'm invisible.
Yeah, you're
And
just like walking
I've not
through like a
been
little
needed
garden area of like probably some kind of like tubers or something. Probably more like taro root than anything because it's more tropical.
I mean, out of character, so you guys know what the hell's going on. I'm trying to do my own intimidate roll, but it hasn't really been needed yet, because my plan was just appear behind someone as they fall to the ground dead because of double
Nothing.
sneak attack.
Nothing personal.
But
Personal game.
There's
you
no
know,
need.
it hasn't.
They're all terrified of this guy.
Yeah.
We buffed
yeah.
a fighter. This is Pathfinder.
Sorry, dude. If it makes you feel any better, just give it 5 levels and I just really fall off.
Can they move through this tile, like these 4
I mean,
tiles?
That's
they
a house.
Or do
probably
they
that's
have
a
to move
house.
through this?
They would have to move
They'd
through
have
that.
to move to here.
Or on the other side of it, they could move
or
to.
like this way.
Yeah. They can just walk across this little stream here, though. Too. It's not too difficult enough. Yeah.
So one of them might end up here. Okay, I will stop here and end my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. What do you want to do?
Oh no.
This poor
You
man.
drop your weapon, or you, or I drop it for you.
You not gonna take my village alive, monster?
If he said, oh my god, if he says that, I said, fine, then I'll take it dead, and I'm just gonna hit him.
It's like Mario jumping on a Goomba. He just goes crunch.
Flatten this lad. I don't care how many levels of fighter they have.
They're warriors. They're
We're warriors,
NPC
sorry.
fighters.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Oh, I love it.
Does that kill him? Or is he
Oh,
down?
oh yeah. He dies. He
He's
dies.
gone.
Yeah.
That would almost kill me.
You like swing
Yeah.
and you do separate him from the shadow trap. Half of him.
Put it this way, you don't even. We are PCs. We are level 4 PCs. You don't even need to roll max damage to kill me. You're
have to
so
roll
close to killing me
high
with that roll.
Your max
to
damage
kill
would
me.
put me to 0.
I'd be at -4.
I'd be
Not
at
to-
negative with the max damage.
I'd be at -4 or something.
There
I
is
also
there
would
is
see
a building
Quentin.
in the way from doing that though.
Okay,
Trial
so
drive.
Break them up.
because I only destroyed the building because to get them to.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like being very vicious, but I also don't want to just murder Wonton.
Yeah.
stand
Wantonly.
You could stand
Yeah.
there now.
I'm just trying to see because I don't know where Quentin is right now, like
Nope.
in character.
Yeah.
So I would, but I also wouldn't really just go through the hedges. So I guess,
We walk around the
Just-
hut. I
Here
imagine,
makes
yeah.
sense, right?
yeah. So I'll go right
It
there.
was more like, could you stand in this little?
Can I stand right here,
Yes.
Tantus? It's
Yeah.
a little bit squish for me, but
Well,
basically,
you'll be.
I imagine.
It's like you're a little bit in the surf of the water here.
But you're also
Yeah,
like
which I'm
12
fine
feet
with.
tall or something.
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you're like standing in
Probably
some
taller than the
surf.
build.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Rio, what do you
I
want to
six-
do?
I'm looking like up to here.
Uh huh.
Are you close enough, sir? You might actually be close enough.
Mhm.
You are close enough. I'm murderous commanding this guy.
Oh no. Oh my! They have such bad wisdom.
They have a +0. They have a
Your
straight
mind is
roll.
mine.
Okay. So, Natiles, do you want to do anything?
I'm gonna just casually walk out into the field like
Yeah.
we're done here.
Yeah.
There's a puddle of dogs over here. There's a puddle of
Yeah,
man over here.
I guess I'll pull out my gun and look intimidating.
Ow!
Really good
There's
at
done a
shooting.
building on top of me. Someone help! Rafi, what do you want to do?
So-
Now I'll walk over here. I'll look at him. You got anything valuable in the house?
Oh,
Ah! Get this building on top of me! My baby and wife are crying too!
You gonna answer my question?
Probably.
Yes or no?
I don't know what
There's
you
no-
think is valuable. I got some trinkets
Money.
and baubles.
I'll help you. Just this once.
For in blood.
Everyone gets one.
All right. Let's see
We're
here.
monsters.
You need a strength check to help.
No,
the
you can just
house?
be helping him. I'm
Okay.
just gonna.
I-
Quick!
I only-
Dragon Monster's come. Oh wait. This guy's gonna be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I must stab you,
Damn. No stab for
Stevie.
him.
What you doing?
Sorry, Jim Jam. Gotta give you
Great, Jim.
I must kill you.
I've already hated you, Jimmy. All right.
Oh God.
No,
No.
Oh my god!
That's into Yakul. Yakul, take a mighty
Oh, okay.
3
I thought
damage.
he attacked his
Does not
ally.
confirm, thank goodness.
No, but that would have been 26 damage on a confirm.
Jesus.
Guys,
How
this
does
would
it
have
deal
been the
26
hero.
damage on a confirm?
Spear is times 3.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
It got
Oh,
cool traded
no.
now.
Oh, it'd be
What is-
disgusting.
No, it's I have a 20 AC. Usually it's a 19 right now.
I
Oh,
just
have
thoroughly
a 20
enjoy.
AC. I have because lightning also. This is the thing about being a fighter. I look really cool right now because everyone did all the work already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did everything for you.
They cast the
Once.
Make
Two
it so
people did.
Dude,
The Dragon Monster can be damaged. We can take it. Guys, why are you fighting?
I just love the extreme disparity between 3 damage, 26.
Dark magic's taking you over. I gotta stab you. I gotta take you down. My best friend. I love you, but you must die. I must
I was
purify you of the dark magic.
I really hoped the 25 crit was the guy to
Oh, that would have been so funny.
No,
He
it was.
just absolutely annihilated it.
Oh yeah, he would have. He
Stab
would
him in the
have.
heart,
He would have just like.
He pulls it out. His heart's still beating on the end of the spear tip.
Oh
I
no.
loved you.
Billy, I love you. This the one guy just takes a spear, just hucks it, manages to get it between your armor, but just like it doesn't quite stick in just enough, just barely. Yeah, he almost crit you. That was pretty close. Oh well, Quentin.
I'm debating between just like not doing anything and letting Shackled continue to handle this by himself.
Nicole and Rio are really dealing with this village.
Because like prior to that crit, I was just gonna go, oh, so you're gonna hear a, and just have him run over to Nat and be like, hey, how's it going? But 5, 10, 15. Is there anything special about this water?
No, it is just a small stream. It is
Okay.
certainly fordable. I mean, it will be noticeable something is going on in the stream because there'll be splashing, but like,
Jump.
I was gonna say, so whoop.
please, yeah. Oh yeah, you're fine. It is. It was not a lot of.
And then so who is currently black magicked?
This is the one that was black magicked and got stabbed and stabbed this guy, and this one got stabbed by his friend back, who's like, "You've been enchanted. I must kill you, or I must drop you down and wound you in order to stop the enchantment."
Kill you to cure your black magic.
That's not black magic word.
Don't worry, I'll look after
kill
your
one
wife when
kid.
you're dead.
What is wrong with these people?
I've always loved her. And you.
We have a really weird relationship.
You know, the whole village
Jimmy,
is,
you slept.
you
You
know,
done did sleep with my wife.
the whole village is
I
polygamous.
love
Okay?
you, Clea.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
village is
every-
polygamous. That's
Everyone
pretty
loves
sick.
each other.
Yeah.
That's a good village.
I'm trying to figure out if I have one-shot potential
Oh, we
of
should,
a
though.
single
I mean,
coup
You
or
probably.
not.
You do. 100%. You could one shot any of them.
Right.
They got like 15 HP, I imagine.
I'm gonna stab this one guy.
It might be more.
Oh, the one that got
Yeah, that didn't use the right attack, but
Well, you will still hit.
with a 4. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, you get
Six
no,
damage.
you get plus
Okay.
4 or whatever because
Yeah.
attacking from invis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he is
Oh,
and
okay.
he is flat-footed too, so you do get
Yeah.
sneak attack also.
Okay.
Oh, goodbye.
Fuck. Really?
Oh, that's
Really?
not-
Well,
You
you're
never
killing
roll
it.
good
You get
speed.
2 sneak attacks. You get 2.
Oh, that
That's-
sucks.
Well, no, you'd only get the one.
Those
He will only get
They
the. Yeah.
They both rolled 1.
Oh.
Oh, my god.
Well, he's
But
still
you get
alive.
sex, right?
So
No, because he
That's
moved.
what it-
He moved, so he doesn't get to.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, man. That's
Nice
Nice
Well-
to meet you. Wait, shit, you're alive.
Oh wait, did he not get his offhand?
No, because
I
Pathfinder.
need a full round attack.
Full round attack.
Yeah, it's a full
Yeah.
round. You have to use it.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, then
I forgot about
waiting would have been better. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep,
there
I
was
misled you
there
for
was
this.
potential, but you just rolled the double ones. Anyway, you're cool.
Oh
Ended.
no.
Stomp,
Yeah.
stomp.
I mean, you doesn't even need to stand there to hit all these guys.
you're cool. Walks. Yeah, I don't even need to. That's
You
just
can hit. You can
force
hit
a
this
habit.
dude, all of them.
So I look at I sort of like run over, look at Quentin real quick, and I'll say and just say, "You got him."
Maybe.
And then I'll take your maybe at that. I'm just gonna attack this guy.
Okay.
Nice
Poor man.
fucking-
And you're gonna
Yeah.
cleave into him.
Oh yeah, reach.
Yeah.
Oh my.
All right.
God.
Well,
Jeez.
good going.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
We've
He's no
murdered
longer
so
dark
much in
magic.
this village.
I might miss that one.
No,
You-
no, you didn't.
You've exercised the dark magic from him. Congrats.
I'm just
Does the
gonna.
15 not hit the other guy?
Oh no, it does. It does.
Oh
I just-
well.
You know, we came in with the intention of not killing everyone,
Oh
guys.
my God.
Well, I saved 4 people.
Y'all cool cannot
Four
not
people
kill
are
a lot of
smart.
people at this point. I don't.
Four
even
people
fun.
were smart. He's still alive.
I like to imagine that after getting hit by a 27 damage attack, he kind of just splattered his blood all over my face.
Yeah,
you're
no, there
covered
was
in
some.
blood.
There was some gore.
Well, no. The swing was this way, so all the gore went that
Yeah.
way.
This tree is coated in blood and viscera.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Rio,
You're safe.
you probably have a little bit of splatter, but not like a huge amount because there's probably a little bit in other directions. But most of it went that way.
Because that's how blood splatter works. It just gets
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Literally.
He just 360 globe.
And I'm not. This is not like an axe. This is a fucking earthbreaker. It's a hammer. So these guys are getting splat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the initial splat does have it go everywhere. It's just the majority of the what's left of them
Oh yeah,
goes to
I
tree.
get what you're saying. Yeah,
You get a cone attack of blood and viscera.
No one wants to hear it all.
it does no damage, but it does
I'll,
trauma.
I'll try to shoot this guy.
Okay.
With a crossbow.
Oh, blood spray.
It does mental damage.
Yeah, it's psychological.
Blurf. He'll be like, "Holy crap! Oh my God! Invisible or magic appearing things." Ugh. That's like a bolt comes like through his chest. Then he's like, "Oh damn! Only one more month until I was gonna retire." Oh,
shut up.
Why are you fighting him, loser?
Cause just surrendered, you nerd.
Alright, so can we say pretty easily we loot the rest of this village?
I mean, yes, you destroyed all their defenders, and all the other people are commoners.
we saved half of the warriors of the village.
We saved him from Yakul.
we saved them from the menace that is our captain.
So does the captain
Yeah.
get like infamy for this?
We're gonna spread the story for
I
them.
mean, you could totally use it for more infamy.
I'm gonna tell this story. It's gonna be so good.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
You have to
cool.
make
Just
sure that
after.
you
Yeah,
don't
sorry.
tell. You just don't tell them that they're just basic like fishing village that we just slaughtered a bunch of people.
No, we raided this village, known for its strong warriors, and Yakul walked in there and literally splattered all of their dogs at the same time. The soldiers looked in horror as you continued to rampage, splatting them.
Destroy the building.
He
With
rammed
your
the
bare
building.
hand.
You did destroy a building with your
He
bare
shot
hand.
all the giants.
God, worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Jesus.
Oh, cool, the
Okay.
giant dragon. Terror of the land and sea.
It's an
takes
idea.
3 ego
Yoko.
damage.
I straight up love Yokul because Yokul's entire character is like the first idea I get, I just do it. I'm just like those little intrusive ideas you get while you're just looking at the
Intrusive
map. I'm just like I just do it instead of like yeah that's the
we-
play.
We respect that in this house.
Also, we're not recruiting anyone from this town.
I don't think we can. I think they're too traumatized.
They're not good. They're not the people we want.
Well, if I was a higher level, I could technically, air quotes, recruit some people. They might not have a mind of their own.
No.
I
Okay.
mean, that's fair.
I
You're
That
not-
sounds like
it's
slavery.
slavery.
Didn't we
No,
already
sounds
have
like
slavery?
zombies.
I
Really
mean,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
gain 2 plunder from this place, plus some things I'm figuring out. Plus, you could get, if you wanted to, you could get a 3rd plunder by recruiting people from the local village to take to a nice place. New employment.
It does give options for that. but
So who wants to go to the farm with us?
I added the plunder to the roll
Yeah.
20.
Oh no, I already added it. Sorry.
Two more
Oh,
plunder.
sorry.
All right.
So it should be at 2. It was at 5, so it should be at 4.
You're
We're good.
cool.
We're good. Yeah.
Can
I
you?
won't touch that then. Yeah,
You
if you're
cool?
paying
Can
attention.
you roll me
I'll bank it.
Okay.
6 D100s?
Oh no.
Roll 600. You're cool.
Don't roll 600. That could be bad.
Yeah, but might as well do that instead of 6.
Yeah, do it because it'd be funny to see what happens.
That's pretty
Cool.
terrible roll.
Well, I mean, there's a 96 in there.
There's a 90.
Let me just.
I mean, that is
It is
almost
seven, too.
average.
It is.
Roll
Bro,
average.
it's
It's terrifying.
Too really high.
I know. I'm scared.
That is
Are these on like
ridiculously-
These are probably a loot table.
It is
This
indeed a
is
loot
the
table.
Kingmaker.
How many
think
plus
it is.
1 chain shirts do these villagers have?
I'm figuring it out. So this
A
was
plus 2
this was
chain
just the first thing, which now I have to open up 3 other charts. Thank you very much. So I'll need some more rolls. No, it's
Do you
fine.
want me to write down the loot and then we can just split it later?
Yeah, you can.
We're figuring it out. I will need another set of 6 from you. Since you were the captain, you can roll them.
You can just press up and enter. You'll do the last roll.
And I will tell you a little bit of what you are getting. Okay, checking out. I'll just put this in here. Those are the types of items you are finding. Potion, wand, potion, wondrous, potion, potion.
There's
Okay.
a lot of potions here.
Yeah, well, they might just have some healing
The
potions.
potion of electromagnetic stress disorder.
So I need another...
Do you want me to roll for those?
Sure, go
Like,
ahead.
will I actually get the? 'Cause I
Yes,
can
another
look up those,
60, 100, and I will tell you what they are. I'm going to have an idea of what they already are, you know, just by...
I love loot tables. Loot tables are fun.
You should just be able to, in
Oh.
chat, just press up, and it'll have the next last thing.
Okay. So, let me take
That's
a
a
look.
4.
I knew there was a way to do it. Damn it.
Oh. Holy crap.
You rolled above average this time.
You actually rolled really good for a bunch of these. So,
Hell yeah.
turns out they had a small supply of healing potions that they had gotten in. For whatever reason. You do not know exactly why. Probably what said was that there was an attack by some like local wildlife, and they managed to get a shaman that lived nearby who traded with them for it. So there's 4 cure moderate wounds potions.
They don't have to worry about any injured for this turn, guys.
No, there's
No stress, man.
the
No.
injured are.
There are no injured.
We took care of the injured.
I've already dealt with these accordingly.
Nicole
Okay.
took
I'm sorry, it's
like
4
what,
cure
2 piercing damage.
What did we get?
Like 3 damage, and that was it.
And
Yeah, I took 3 damage in total.
What was
Yeah,
the
just
Whoa.
you'll heal it. I can heal you. So yeah.
And you'd hit it by just resting.
Okay.
I would like to point out 3 damage was dealt to our party in its entirety. 3 damage.
I will need
Well,
one.
it helps that we
Okay.
have like 20 AC.
Meanwhile, the party dealt at, I think they had
Wand's
at
number
least
2.
15, so we'll say 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, plus dogs.
Well, we were just murdering like level 2 or level 1 warrior mooks.
Yeah,
Nicole
I
rolled like
still
an
just
average
enjoy
of
the fact that
25.
they
I
got
know.
one shot over and over again.
By the way, all right, listen. Vanilla Coke is the best Coke.
So it's
I
4 cure moderate wounds.
You what, Momo?
I agree.
Okay, cool. I was about to say, do we have the fight?
You will also find a.
We have a wand and a wondrous item.
You have a wand, which I'm figuring out what that is. Give me a second
Gotcha.
here.
No worries.
Oh, so we got 4 cure moderate wound potions. That's insane.
Yes. Yes.
That's so good.
That was the
That
roll.
is so good.
Oh, how many charges does this have for the wand? I just have to figure it out how many it does if you find it. Because it's not full. I'll figure that out. You find a wand of lesser restoration.
Oh,
shit.
that's
That's
really
actually really
good.
nice. That's actually like really good.
That's so good.
And I
How many
need.
charges?
I'll figure that out. We'll put a question mark for charges right now. I have to figure out because there is like rules for.
There's a formula. I can
Yeah.
look it up while you're doing that.
Yeah. And then the last thing is I need one more D100 roll because I have to figure out what the chest wondrous item you have is.
Oh, it's a chest piece.
It is a chest
What happens
piece.
with the Arch Magi?
Oh god, imagine.
I guess I'll roll it.
I mean,
Oh, sorry, I rolled it already. My bad.
No, sorry. I thought you were doing something and you weren't.
No, I was rolling it. My bad.
No, you're good. It's
Oh.
your roll. I don't care. I just thought you were not paying attention. Well, because you said you're gonna look at the charge formula.
That's fair.
right?
That's fair. That's
Not
fair.
because I
That's
was
fair.
like, you know.
No, I got you. I got you. The
It
one
sounded
that
really
really
bad.
restoration is so strong.
So you get a vest of surgery.
oh,
shit.
dope.
Are you serious? This haul?
The wearer is always used as treating as using a healer's kit when making heal checks.
Oh.
And once per day, you can make a DC 20
Alright.
heal check to attempt to
Momo-
treat deadly
Momo?
wounds. If you succeed, you can treat ability damage instead of hit points.
Okay.
Man,
That
that's
just goes straight to Momo, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Yep, you know.
They would make the most use out of that.
That's
Alright,
literally a doctor's best.
Yeah.
Do you want to quickly who doesn't have a potion of moderate wounds?
So let me see what I have for. I think I don't have any potions.
This is leftovers from like there had been some kind of like
Oh, I do have one
medical issues
already.
in town, and this stuff is the leftovers from it.
I have one, so other people should get it.
I think we all have one, right? Because of the other stuff we got.
I have one already, so
Who does not have a cure moderate?
does anyone? Alright, there's more.
I have a cure light.
I'm checking.
Okay. Eric, you should take another one because you have like the most HP and you're more likely to take damage than everyone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I need one more percentile roll then from someone. Who, I guess
Eric?
Eric,
Roll
go
it.
ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay, also, one potion
Another
goes to that.
D100?
Just one more D100. Yeah.
Roll it, Captain.
Add that.
Take a potion. Then.
The wand only has 8 charges, unfortunately.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It was mostly used
Still in
up.
charges.
Wasn't going to be a winner every time.
Momo, you want to take the wands? It's you or me.
You take one.
Okay. So, and yes, you got 2 plunder out of it, and these items, which seem to have been some medical items they had left over from a incident that actually had happened. That a nice healer that lives a couple days away had left with them after helping them with a kind of plague that they were suffering from.
I'm gonna go hunt
They
down the healer.
suffered from a new plague called Yakul.
Yeah.
So
Dragon
we-
flag.
So 2 people have taken 2 potions, right?
I have
Yakul
one
took
potion.
one, and you took one, right? So we have 2. Do you want to just put those in the usable
Well,
section and?
Momo, do you want? Oh, actually, that's a good idea. Yeah,
Put
I
it
like that
in the
idea.
usable character.
Yep.
Character. Yeah.
And then everything else is accounted for.
I will add those 2 usables.
Well, it seems like that went well. We could try for a few more of those, or we have a little bit of funding now. You might be able to hire on some fighters or some gear.
I think our best bet is to get some people who can assist in the Tillies for now.
Well, the closest place to go to is to that would be a large city. It would be Quent, in the north part of the Martaku Island. I'm sure we could find some folks there. And it is a relatively friendly point. Not the largest city we could find.
Does that sound good to everyone?
It is Anybody wants to roll local on Quent can know about it.
Yeah, let me just roll up real fast.
We'll take our break
I have
then as soon as we're done
locals.
checking this and we decide.
Well, I gave the DC 10.
There you go.
Antilles will know about it. It is the second largest settlement in the Shackles. It's sheltered by storm by a large barrier island and a picturesque bay. It's the finest deep water port in the region, it's known as.
Oh, I see Quinn.
It's also one of the liveliest and most welcoming ports. Tessa Fairwind is the ruler, the charismatic pirate lord, and one of the major voices in the pirate council. So don't get on her bad side, is a good way of saying it.
Well, do they care if we were raiding the coast, right? They don't care as long as we don't touch Quent.
You are
right?
nowhere near Quent at this point in time.
I don't think give a shit.
Yeah.
Let's just like raid another village. Why not, right? If we see the opportunity. Take one out.
Tessa is widely expected to be the next Hurricane King.
We're here.
Though word is that she has no want to take up the title.
The next what?
Hurricane King, which is basically the head of the pirate council.
King of the pirates.
Yeah, King of the
Okay.
pirates.
King of the pirates.
Yeah.
So
we
big
should
shit,
definitely
basically.
raid more villages if we're gonna be going that far.
Make a couple.
I think that obviously we're gonna, if we see a village or if we see another ship that seems like it's
Lootable.
lootable, we'll definitely hit something. We got the space, and honestly, I think we're kind of riding a high here. And
We haven't needed the retreat yet, so
yeah, we haven't failed yet. So y'all cool at least is feeling invincible. So y'all cool will recommend anything that we see like as a rating to spot or something.
y'all
Whether
cool
or
is
not
invincible as long as he has Bestfire's blessing. That is.
Look, Yakul's invisible as long as he's alive.
Yeah, cool's invincible until he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. God. Yeah. Unless anybody takes exception
So,
to that play.
yeah. Quint features a large number of dockside taverns, including the Lusty Mermaid, Fat Jessup's, the Barnacle, Three Sailors Smiling, the Drunken Broadswains, Elizabeth's Talon, and Hostel. So there's also a number of boarding houses and inns. Livsis and the Three Sailors happens to be the largest, followed by Mama Leroy's and Hackle's Dry Berth. There are places that have some wealth to them, and that's basically the best way to solve it. It's basically an actual city in this one. And also Callistra's House of Stolen Kisses in the center of town, where sacred prostitutes of Callistra ply their trade. And they're also...
What was that?
the sacred prostitutes of
Thing.
Callistra.
Sacred.
That's a god, right?
Yes.
He's the god of vengeance and
We're
love.
going to this location, ladies and gentlemen.
It's also known as Shackle's best information brokerage.
Yep.
For reasons.
purely for the information. mind
Yes. But you can visit Callistra's House of Stolen Kisses.
So, but no one is opposed.
It's
to
a
if we
temple
see, like,
and brothel.
No one is opposed to raiding a village if we see one there, right?
I think we should, honestly.
I think we should raid at least like one.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
one
at
at
the
least.
time.
I
If
think
you
we
are
want, like,
heading...
6 or 8 plunder, right? If we're trying to get like a lot of stuff from this town, we need the money.
Okay. It would be... If you're going to take time trying to raid, it would be another, I'd say, 10 days along the coast to get to Quent.
Sure, right? We have the food and stuff.
Okay.
Probably stole their food.
I mean, yeah, right? We dropped a bunch of fish,
We also-
remember?
Yeah, we stole a bunch of fish too.
They don't have huge, like food supplies here because they're a village that doesn't need to store things. They don't really have a winter, so...
Yeah, but we can murder, like, every day we could raid a village and be fine, you know?
And, well, there's not that many
Theoretically.
villages along the
I
coast.
There's not
know.
enough villages for that.
Well,
sadly.
we killed enough people that we can safely take some of their supplies and they'll be fine. Because there's less houses.
You can take a little bit, like a few days worth, but again, like they don't have huge supplies.
Can we take the pulped dogs and eat them as well?
Put 'em in some
No,
food.
we don't eat dog here, okay?
Anyway,
I'll eat the dog. I, don't
I feel like
have a
this
problem
fox
with
would
that.
eat some dogs.
You're it's because you're a tiefling, alright?
there
no,
is.
it's a
You can
dark
encounter one more village along the coastline if you wish to raid another village.
Let's hit it.
Isn't there gonna be another massacre?
I mean,
Probably.
honestly, at this point in time,
Do
if you
we-
just want to repeat kind of your same strategy, I'm not gonna roll out you massacring these poor people.
That makes sense. I think
I'm
that's
going
kind of
to-
fair.
Revise my plan to instead of wandering around uselessly, I'm just going to stand by Nat the whole time.
Uh-huh.
If you don't
Don't
mind.
worry, I'll
Not that
throw
anybody can see
acid
me
at
anyway.
people.
Just check some stuff
So
then.
just, you want us to roll a D100 for how many people die in combat that we just absolutely massacre?
No
Probably like a
need to.
D10.
No, you will murder some of them, and some of them will surrender. I'm assuming it's probably equivalent amounts. Also, probably all the dogs are dead again.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably.
I'm going to
Or
assume.
That's good food we're leaving behind, guys.
I'm
Well-
taking those dogs.
Hey, if you take the dog, that's fine, but you're the one carrying them, okay?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, I'll carry them to the boat.
You know, I'll nibble on some dog.
You have certainly proven you can raid these villages pretty successfly.
these
On the
poor
coastline.
Pirates now, baby.
I feel look. I'm not gonna. I feel dirty after that.
I don't.
Mhm.
That feels great.
Hey, we're pirates,
No,
okay? This is what we
Quentin
do.
doesn't. Quentin
So-
doesn't.
Okay.
Umber does.
I'm gonna have us
That
take
was-
a
Yeah,
break
right,
here.
right.
We're going to figure out loot again during the break. Because you do get more loot against there from the place. I'm not going to roll this one out because it's not going to be much different. I will tell you, I, on my rolls, lessen the chances of finding a village the more of these you hit. Basically, you know.
There.
Okay, that's fair.
So that's why you've only found one more with a lot of D100 rolls. Anyway, we're going to take our break, and then we're going to enter into Quint when we return. And I'll let people know what loot everybody got. Anyway, so if you need a drink, snack, or bathroom break, go ahead and take those, and we'll be back in a little bit. Let me just pull up the screen here and move. Those
We ravaged
around
the
to
coastline.
that there.
Or
Okay.
whisper kisses or something.
Hey,
We have
so
oh wait, how much plunder did we get?
only one plunder from this one.
Oh,
That makes sense considering the other shit.
It is not a lot of. It is either one or two plunder you get from these places, and because you got a lot of like money-based items, I'm giving you one basically. I just defaulted
yeah,
to that.
no.
Fair.
yeah.
Completely
That's
fair.
fair.
So what they found
Yeah.
were 2 Cure Light Wounds potions, scrolls of Liberating Command, and a Monsoon Ray. Liberating Command is a, I think it's a,
It's a first level
it's an
spell.
immediate action that allows you to try to escape from a grapple that adds twice your caster level to that check for your escape artist check. It makes it that wizards can escape grapples.
Yes.
No
Admonishing
one's
Ray.
gonna grapple me. I have gun.
I have a gun.
Admonishing Ray is basically Scorching Ray, but non-lethal damage. Then there were 2 wands, one of Cure Moderate Wounds, one of Make Whole. There were 3 wondrous items. A Cloak of Fangs, which gives some resistance to saves, and also gives you that you can create fangs. A Boots the Mire, which makes it that you can just walk through mires without being slowed down by them. Not very helpful. Makes it that you don't get wet, but also gives you bonuses to saves versus poison and disease. And then a Headband of Mental Prowess, which
I'll never be wet again.
was Wisdom and Charisma bonuses. So there were some really good items in their village that were rolled randomly. You know?
Yeah, I'm now extra wise and charismatic.
Yeah. This was some good equipment that you found here in this village. But you will finally arrive in the city of Quentin then. Just gonna move your thing there. And I can kind of switch things, because we don't need to worry about it for now, over to here as we talk about the city of Quint. So as I described previously, the city of Quint is actually a fairly large city. It's the second largest in the Shackles. There is a massive port where there is probably dozens of ships in there. Plenty of them are more probably trading vessels, and then there are plenty of vessels that are probably, well, have similar jobs to your own that are in port here. As you come into port, you can move your ship into the docks, and of course you will be greeted by a kind of portly dock master, kind He's got like a large gold earring in the one ear. He's kind of got like a tricorn hat.
Does a 20 hit him?
Cease.
No, I mean,
Behave yourself.
Oh, hello there. Greetings. Welcome to Quent. How long do you plan to be staying?
Dock us for a week.
And what name will you be putting the ship under?
Was it the Dragon's Promise? Is that what we chose?
yeah, it was.
Yep, it was the Dragon's Promise.
The Dragon's
No,
Promise.
he's going to take a look at you and then be like, is that the actual name you want me to write it in the books? Or is there another name that we might need to put in the books for you?
Oh, he wants a fake name.
No,
of
he's
course.
saying, do you need a fake name? Is basically what he's saying. Not do you.
Do we want to lay low here?
We might as well, right?
This is a very big port, so it depends if we care about pissing off Harrigan or not.
Harrigan doesn't know the Dragon's Promise anyway.
Yeah, like no one
Yeah,
knows about
Harrigan's
both.
just it sounds similar, but it's not the same. Also, he would have to ask about it. Yeah, I would say I don't think we need it right now.
The Dragon's Promise is fine.
All right. And how many days do you be planning on staying here?
Give us a week.
A week. All right. He'll like pull out some like kind of beat up papers, kind of page through them a little bit, kind of take out like a little piece of like chalk, make a few markings on it like quickly, throw a piece of paper and give it to you. There's a small building with the front of the docks. You'll be taking this to here. Check in with them. You'll be paying your dues for the week. It'll be 5 gold to keep you docked here. If there's any kind of supplies or anything you need from the docks, you can contact them there. Anything else that you ship in from anywhere in town, that's up to you to do that, and to get someone to bring it in. If you plan to stay any longer, make sure to check in with them, and keep this paper with you.
I nod. And I just yell, Captain! Yeah, cool, get over here.
He'll kind of tip his hat as the captain kind of comes and goes, Captain, enjoy your stay in Quent.
Yeah.
Finest city in the Shackles.
I take him with me to the building I was told to go.
Oh, and if you need to know about any places to go to, just ask. I'm sure I can help you out with plenty of knowledge. Where do you want to go, actually? That's the question.
Well, we're here to recruit. Is that correct? That was our main goal here.
You can recruit. You were told that you could probably buy weapons here, or recruit Marines.
Can we sell plunder too?
Yes, this
How much
is a large city. So
What's in DC?
give me a moment to open up the plunder section, because I have to open that up from the other book, because of course it's in the other book. You know?
Do we also know how much? Do we have any like items that we're not going to be using out of the magical items that we've received?
You could look into
Anything we want
that,
to sell
and
for
it would
personal
be
use?
half price. I'll let you know, but you could do that.
But if anybody tells me anything that we want to sell, I'll look up pricing and get us how much all that.
So, if LD doesn't want to wear the braces of armor +1, we should just sell it.
Braces.
I think you just sell it.
I already have the
500
price.
gold.
Yeah, I already have the price of things we can sell this.
Okay, cool.
Umber is a G, alright? I already got
I'm
that
just
mapped
trying
out.
to find
thank
this
you, thank you.
section in
But and we should sell the
That's
cutlass as
hero
well.
shit.
Yeah.
Because they're pointless for us. I mean, I can't use unless I get a feat. I could use it with a feat,
Well,
I guess.
Bend
I
in
suppose
plunder. Okay.
we could arm, like we do have these extra special
Oh,
weapons, like the masterwork hand axe, the tidewater cutlass. We could arm our officers with them.
Um,
On the other hand,
Um,
the
is
cutlass.
proficient with him.
I don't know.
Hog would be, I
What
guess.
is this?
He's a
Cog
ranger.
could probably use it because he's ranger.
Yeah, is he strength or dex based?
He's a strength-based ranger.
Then Cog can have the scimitar, unless he's like weapon focused and things.
I think he's got a cutlass and he's not really focused on anything. If you want to give
Oh,
it to
well,
him.
good.
Yo.
If you already have the
If you want to equip him, if you want to put any equipment to NPCs, just let me know and I can look at giving it to them.
And if we ever want to bring another person, we could bring Cog with us and have triple rogue power, basically, because you're like half rogue. So 2.5 times rogue power.
Yeah, definitely give him something.
Look, you're rogue, but you're only like half rogue.
Yeah, I get like a third sneak attack die progression, I think.
I also think we should try to reward the NPC characters. I think it's pretty good. Even if it's just every couple raids, give them one of the magical items we find.
You want to give one of them the braces of armor as a reward?
No, because they're gonna have the same
Benefit.
issue we do, where it doesn't stab.
Yeah,
them.
I don't think it's next to any of them. Yeah.
It's a meme. Okay.
If you get it every third level, does that make you half rogue or 2/3 rogue?
I get it every third level.
Yeah,
The 2/3
I get it
rogue?
every other level, so you get it
Oh.
half again as often as I do.
Then it's every. Can you hear my dogs barking?
I do not hear the dogs barking.
Okay. I'm angling my mic towards the.
Now I heard that. I heard that one.
Heard
So,
that one, yeah.
yeah, they're loud.
Okay, so you can
Fair
use
enough.
bluff and diplomacy, intimidate, or profession skill like profession merchant to sell plunder. Your choice. So whoever's selling.
So what you're
plunder-
saying is I need to start investing in the
yes.
profession.
For each
merchant.
plunder you sell, it will take a day. I will let you know that for one thing.
Okay. So do you want to stay here longer than a week? Do you want to sell all the plunder here?
How much the plunder can we sell here? I thought there was a limit.
Let
Large,
me
we probably are
check.
not.
We want to sell. If we want to sell all 5 plunder, so we only give 1 to the crew, and we get 4.
I would prefer to sell everything because that
Yeah.
way we.
Let me check.
We game the system a bit.
I mean, we're not gaming it that hard.
No, we're not. But it's how the system is intended for you to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is weird, but when we start like going after bigger ships, that might feel more cheaty. But like,
But you can never buy plunder.
How
for
many
high
selling
price
skills we
issue.
currently have?
I'm
I have
at-
5 in bluff.
I have a 12 in diplomacy.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
Other people can start recruiting crew because I'll sell the plunder.
I'm just checking.
I don't have any social skills, so don't ask me to do anything.
Uh,
I recommend use the DC to increase the plunder.
I can
Intimidate is one of the
recruit,
skills.
I can't recruit.
can someone assist me?
Intimidate is one of the skills that gets used in
I'll
recruit, right?
pretty much say at this size of a city, you certainly could sell all this plunder here. You would definitely be able to.
Okay.
Do you want me to
So-
roll?
I'm just making sure to check over all the rules and stuff. Why don't we take this a day at a time? And we'll say if you want to spend 5 days selling your plunder, you can reward your crew 1 of it and get the 4,000 spending from the rest of it. Well, technically, it will be not 4,000 because the size of the city here, you will get 900 apiece base, but depending on your check, you might get more. The DC
Yeah,
to
and
sell is 10 right now for just selling it.
Okay, cool.
But you can increase this up to 120% per one.
Okay, and because we're selling at the city, we get a better deal on the plunder, right?
You do. That's why you're getting 90% value.
Sell
Yeah,
Because
that's
the
what I
size-
thought.
A large city.
Yeah, you're a large city. Metropolis
So-
would be full value.
That's the first roll?
Oh,
Let me check what you got here. You got a
32.
32. That actually is really good.
You're-
You will
you're
get.
just knocking
So
that
I will
down.
mark. I will. If you want to just keep track of how much you get total, and
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
say
mark it.
we'll say regardless of the check, the last plunder goes to your crew. Okay.
That's
Yep.
fair. I can
You
respect
just have to get the DC 10 check at least. But for this one, you will get 1,100 gold pieces for this amount of plunder. So you get above normal. You managed to haggle the guy up. This is like some of the stuff you got from one of the villages. So it's like some various goods that they had, that you're just going to sell off.
it
Okay.
just happened to be in demand, and you're a good negotiator.
Vesmar's blessing.
It's like, they had some like really nice furniture or something, we'll say. Like, and you managed
And
to
then
sell off.
we took their furniture.
You took their furniture.
How much was it?
1,100 you got for that one. So,
Give me the armoire or your captain gets it.
It's a-
I'm writing down in a sticky note, so don't worry about it.
So, in the
I don't
meantime,
want to flood the chat.
the rest of you can do. What do you all want to do? What is your plans here? Because then we can figure out what everybody's going to do each day.
Well, Well,
I'm assuming
before
you're going to
that-
wait until you're done cashing out before you buy stuff, right?
Yeah.
But you
Well,
could
before
recruit people. Yes.
Before we figure out what anyone's doing in case people do have free time. So the bracers of armor, we're okay selling those.
Yes. Those are useless.
Yeah, I think so.
The cat of nine tails, I don't even
Sell
feel
it.
like we should equip our officers with that one.
It's
Yeah.
a masterwork weapon. We could buy them different masterwork weapons
Yeah.
that are more useful. Or give them the
Um,
rapiers, right? There's two
The
of those.
cutlass. The cutlass would sell for a lot, or we can give it to like Cog.
Give it to Cog. There's no
Okay.
point not to.
And the masterwork hand axe we could probably keep for the same reason. It's an actually useful weapon, unlike the cat of nine tails.
Yep.
The shackles of compliance. Do you want to keep those just in case we ever need them?
Yeah, I almost just want to toss them in the sea, like because there's just such a like I don't know. My character's about like really big on the freedom part, and that's really bad.
Well, they're a terrible item, but if we ever need to keep someone prisoner, like if we
I
ever
think we should
want
keep
to
them.
claim a bounty,
Yeah, we definitely should keep them. They're very useful.
okay. The oil of Taggart and Dark Reaver powder, honestly, we can sell those. I'm the only person that has any poisoning ability, and those are ingested. They're basically useless.
Unless we want to kill Captain Harrigan by ingestion poison.
They can, neither of those can even kill somebody.
Then yeah, they're killable.
We want to give him a rumbly tumbly, dude.
And then the random loot, we're at a place where we can actually sell those, so we could probably just get rid of that as well.
Yeah, I mean,
The hit
It's-
So,
make him shit himself and then go and choke him out in the bathroom.
who wants to spend a day selling this shit, and I'll tally it up.
I'm busy plunder selling.
I was gonna go out shopping for like gunpowder, so I guess I can like I guess go and sell it in my traveling.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna
Moment, then.
if I can buy the components to make gunpowder. I think it's like a gold or 10 gold for 10. I have to look it up again.
Okay.
I always forget.
Selling all this stuff would get you 1,915 gold.
Just put it right into the group fund. I'm not gonna keep any of it.
Okay.
I just have to find. I stupid so many.
I will tell you, you're in a large city. You could probably pretty much like the components for gunpowder. You certainly could get.
I figure I'd be able to buy more than I could afford, and I'm not gonna buy that much.
Yeah, honestly, they probably have
I'd
a
probably
lot.
get like 20 at most.
That's easy. 20 is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have
And-
to find the prices for them.
And Tantus, there's no problem with us selling all this shit. Us getting. There's enough gold in this place for us to get 1,915 for selling this.
Yes.
Because
I
this is
can
like
also-
silver. Like these items are like silver rings, which is like full value. Gold teeth, that's just gold, you know. And
Pearls.
then there's
let
6
me just look
pearls.
up the settlement rules.
And then
Right.
the aforementioned items that I already did the half price to get the sell cost.
Yeah. You might need to go somewhere special to sell the poisons. They might not be
I mean, I'm
let me put it
walking
this way:
around
a large city's base, I think value.
It's in like tens of thousands.
Yeah, so it's in thousands. So you
So we're
can
good.
certainly, the purchase limit would be 50,000 here.
Yeah.
Okay, base. You can get, you can find magic items worth up to 8,000 pretty easily here. It has a lot of magic items here, and you can actually find people that could give you 7th level spell casting if you want to pay money for them.
Does anyone want a magic item? I guess is a question.
I don't have enough money for that shit.
Nah, I'm good.
I can barely afford to freaking buy bullets for my gun,
Well, no, but we're selling plunder. We're gonna get thousands of gold here.
which I'll probably use to upgrade my gun.
Well, the thing is,
'cause
the
that's
plunder you might want to spend on your ship rather than like using the
That's-
magic
that's
item
true.
money
Yeah,
on like
because
buying
it's
more stuff.
500 a piece for ballistas, and that's not including
Okay.
ammunition.
Yeah.
The boat's expensive.
I will say our group fund is currently at 2,005 gold.
And that's not counting the plunder. I'm gonna put that in at the end.
Yeah.
Did we want to start adding ballista to our ship now, so we don't have to dock as long?
Let's wait till we're back at Rickety's. We have credit.
Oh.
Well,
We have to sell all the way down to Rickety though.
yeah.
Rickety
with the
probably
stay
doesn't have
Rickety's.
weapons though. He can probably give you
Oh.
basic ship upgrades, but that's not weapons.
Let's get
Like if you want to,
Because-
do like the reinforced, like ram,
all.
yeah, or the hull,
something.
yes, things like
Well,
that.
How many slots does our ship have for below deck weapons? Because our above deck's already covered. We got 2 weapons
Oh
there.
crap! I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah, that's the problem.
A lot. That's the issue. Is
Do we only
More than we
currently
can
have
afford.
Do we only have the 2 above deck ballista at the moment?
We can get a catapult up there.
We have one.
you do
Oh,
have
I thought we had ballistas.
Oh,
you
yeah, I
have
thought
2
we only had
ballistas
catapult.
and a catapult.
Oh, then we don't
Yeah.
need more, right? We just need people to
Oh,
man.
yes, we do.
That's
Well, we need
not a
people to man
lot
too.
of weapons.
Yeah, that's-
though.
Okay.
I mean,
Put it
we
this way,
want to have
ships
like
can
8
have like
percent.
dozens of.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess we need like a bunch more.
Yeah.
We don't have enough money to fully equip the ship.
Yeah, well,
It's kind
we
of
can get
irrelevant at this point.
we can get 2 to 3 more, right? And it'd be good.
Why
not?
Well,
it's like-
2 of them would only give us 1 extra attack.
Okay,
on a
up to
first time.
20 large direct fire siege engines in banks of 10 positioned on the port and starboard sides of the ship, or up to 6 huge direct fire siege engines in banks of 3 on port and starboard sides of the ship. There's additional 2 large or huge direct fire or indirect siege engines positioned on both the forecastle and stern castle. So you could have, if you wanted to, from between 20 up to 24 weapons, depending on which weapons you want.
And we currently.
You currently have 2 large and 1. It's an indirect, so it might be huge. Let me check what type of catapult you have.
I want to say it's huge just because it's a catapult.
It is
Well, there is
a
a
standard catapult, which counts as huge. So you have 1 out of 4 possible huges that you could have if you wanted them at front and back of the ship, and then of course you have space for up to 20 ballistas, or you could put bigger stuff on the sides to like have different types of side cannons or something. Right now you just have 2 standard ballistas. You could either have on. You can set them up on either side or something. I forget where you. I think you put them on the front because you could kind of swivel them towards the front. You know.
Okay.
So
I also.
we want to add some, right?
Certainly, you want to look into what you want to do.
The argument, so to be clear, the argument is, well, we won't do much now is like dumb because like we have to eventually add some to have them mean something, right?
Not that. My argument is that there's other things we could focus on that would be better. What I would say
Like,
is getting the correct ammunition for the siege weapons we have. We need to pick
You
up
don't have
some change. No, we only have regular shot for both the catapult and the ballista as far as
okay,
I'm
we
aware.
need chain shot then, right?
Chain shot on the. I think the catapult takes chain shot. I don't remember what the ballista
Yeah.
takes, but it takes something that destroys sails.
I think it has a
'Cause our-
special ammunition, but it's like really expensive. It's like 3 times. the cost.
Chain shot would be 50 apiece, but it is it's tearing for. It does double damage to sails and rigging.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be good against people or normal ship damage, but chain shot would be your anti sails.
Yeah,
rigging.
that's all we want to do. We want to destroy the sails.
They are 50 apiece though for each chain shot, so they are expensive.
Okay, want to
Uh,
buy like 30?
Yeah,
That would be.
1,500.
1,500?
Oh yeah, that is only 1,500.
That's a good number.
I don't know why I thought that was 15,000.
But that'd be your
Next
catapult then. So you could use your catapult would do 12d6.
Well, yeah,
We
we
have
have to
to hire
hire people.
people for
People
that.
aren't that expensive overall.
Yeah, but we can't use that at all.
But you would need specialty, which would be Marines. Which Marines you would have to maybe make a deal with though, because they are more than just your ravaged sailors.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah,
need.
well, someone can work on that, or we can wait till I can work on that. It's either or. Because it's like diplomacy or intimidation,
we know,
right? To hire people.
we've got day 1 down. We know Tachila is going and spending. Yakul, Rio, Quentin. Either of you doing something?
Rio's gonna chill on the ship.
Okay.
Yakul is going to try to recruit.
Okay.
I believe intimidate is one of the skills I can use for recruiting.
I believe that is true if I get
Make
to
them scared.
the right spot here and recruiting people.
Praying that's the case, because that is the only skill that is positive that would be related.
I have to find
Someone can also
where it
start
is in
telling
this-
our stories.
Yep, that would be working with your infamy and disrepute. Someone could work on that too.
If you want to do that, is Umber.
That was the plan. I was just waiting until Tandis finished.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Let me go to where the fuck is recruiting people? That's the top here. There it is. Sorry. Hiring crew. Yeah. Intimidate. Intimidate is more like you're technically press ganging them because you're convincing them through force to come and join your
Oh,
crew.
you probably don't want to do that.
Yeah.
No, I did.
Can we just flavor it differently?
I mean,
Like it's like being so impressive.
I mean, it's not the same kind of kidnapping as like join my crew. You know? Okay.
Yeah, because they're more of the vibe I wanted to go for is like these guys are all looking to work, and there's going to be other captains that come through here, but most people don't like just hop with the first captain they see because they don't want to die.
Mm-hmm.
So I just come in and just give them like this, present this like strong front, and it's impressive more than it is terrifying. But I don't think that might not be how it actually mechanically works. Either way, if that's the case, then I would try the diplomacy. I guess it's diplomacy, right? Would be the other option.
Diplomacy would be the other option.
All right.
There's sevens in chat.
Nice.
What?
Nice.
Yeah, no one listens to you at all. You're cool. Mm-hmm.
The awkward boy strikes again.
Yeah, you're trying, but you know, it's just not your thing, and you don't know the right thing to say.
Y'all cool suddenly has a realization of how hard Rivio works for the ship.
Yakul is very well aware of his shortcomings. Yeah.
Kenton,
I'm joking.
you are going to try to.
Yeah, now it's time for real horny hours. I mean, real dancing hours.
Mm-hmm. So yes, where is that?
So he's gonna find some
I think.
populous tavern
Mm-hmm.
or something, someplace where you can get all eyes on him, and set up a dance show and continue to expound upon the interpretive tale of the Dragon's Promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Through extreme and rapid belly gyration.
So please give me a perform check.
Gladly.
Mm-hmm.
It's only
Hey.
4.
That's a good roll. That's the wrong book to open up to look at this. I've got to like switch between 3 books right now. I think I have to like get sets of these handouts for myself or something almost because it makes it easier to like.
You need like either a Word doc or written out somewhere you can quickly reference certain stuff.
Mm-hmm. So infamy and disrepute will go up by 1.
I don't know who's packing that.
I got it.
It's on a document somewhere.
I believe I do have it in the infamy
craving
and
for-
Wait,
disrepute.
no, I can't actually edit this one.
I can. So they go
The
up
DM
by
has to do it,
1.
I think.
I think this is. I have it set to. I edited it. So 7 in each. Remembering that your maximum, I think, currently is 20, because I believe it's 5 times your average party level, which is 4.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
so.
And then you can only gain up to 5, so you can gain 4 more here in this town, per port you visit.
Well, this is only part 1 of my telling of this tale. We're here for several days.
Day 2.
People will have to come back on day 2 if they want. More.
I'm gonna say. So I know it. So Revia, you will sell, but you will sell at 900 for this one. So I want to ask, Yakul, Natiles, Rio, are you doing anything different over the next, I'm assuming, days of the 2 other people doing stuff?
Nah, Rio's not really gonna do anything.
Okay.
Yakul is going to keep doing that.
I might scribe spells, but I'll figure that out after stream because it's really low priority.
Yeah. You certainly could do that. We'll figure it out. If you want to say that you want to scribe stuff from what you've got, we can.
Yeah, I have to look at them and then like get the
that
prices
does take
for it.
time, so we can say that's what you're doing for the next couple of days,
Yeah.
working on that kind of stuff. Okay.
Because it takes like a couple hours.
Yeah.
To scribe.
You're
So 4 of
cool.
us are working, one of us is being a lazy bastard.
You're cool. Why don't you roll your diplomacy check again?
We'll try.
You can do it. That's a 0. You rolled worse.
Nice, dude. Perfect.
You nailed it.
You've done it.
You rolled worse.
I didn't. Okay. How do you have a -2 to this? Oh, because your charisma.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Charisma's a
No
6.
charisma.
Yeah. Right.
He's gonna.
Y'all cool is a
It's
great
not even
many
a nat
things.
1.
It's,
I
I'm
know,
hoping day
but
3
it's-
is a nat 1.
Because I'd be -1.
Yep,
Perform
and
check,
a nat 1
please.
would actually
Gladly.
be a -1.
You don't impress anybody with tails today. Okay. Day 3. Okay, you get 1,000 for that one. Okay. Other people doing checks, please do those. Diplomacy.
Yeah,
Cool.
Roll that diplomacy check.
Roll that
baby.
diplomacy, bud.
Oh,
That's the
4.
best he's
Let's
rolled.
go.
We positive, boys. This is
Okay.
progress. This is progress.
Day 4. Please roll. Just people roll checks, please. Oh my god.
Oh, beautiful.
Ooh. That's what, 900?
Well, no,
No,
that's.
that's me. That's how cool.
Oh,
16.
Cool, roll the 16.
I still
Well-
don't think that's enough.
It's not enough, but at least people. It looks like they're at least partially listening to you. You're just not very convincing.
I just realized something. I don't think y'all cool can recruit anybody. That's an 18.
Let me
Yeah.
figure this.
18's a
If
natural
it's a
20.
DC 20, it's not possible.
It is a DC 20.
It's physically not possible for your cool to recruit.
Your cool doesn't know that.
He's
Yeah,
he doesn't.
trying
He's
his
trying.
best.
You know, so I'll just stop rolling though, because
Yeah.
yeah, y'all
It's
cool is
bad.
going to spend
I
all
did
5
not-
days trying
yeah.
to recruit people.
Is it a 900?
Yeah, 900.
Okay. And then this is the last one. This is for the crew.
Yeah, and this is the last one for the crew.
It's 1,000.
Hey, the crew gets 1,000 split between them. We get another infamy and disrepute, and Yakul keeps trying as a good boy, but you know,
He's
Uh,
doing his
Nothing
best.
happens.
The goodest boy.
Not meant,
I
not meant
still
for
kind
this.
of want to see you roll to see what happens.
Let's do it.
Press the button.
We made
Oh.
3,900.
You know.
I
10.
mean,
Uh,
an average person would have been willing to join.
all right. So
3,900.
that's not bad.
3,900 added. On day 6, I will roll to recruit people.
Okay. So if you're,
Oh, I rolled it too.
Oh.
so you will not be recruiting any sailors.
I guess we're looking for Marines, though, aren't we?
That is a different thing entirely. If you want to look through Marines.
Oh, I was trying to look
Yeah,
for
we-
Marines.
Aha!
That's
All
what
right.
I
then.
was trying to do. I'm sorry, I did not make that clear.
Yeah, no, but that is also requires a check that you would not be getting able to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
what?
I need someone. Whoever's looking for Marines, please roll me a knowledge to a diplomacy that's gather information.
Do I
you-
want to take the 14?
We'll take your
Or do you want me to
14.
roll?
Okay. You don't hear about any mercenaries in town, but you're not getting a lot of information from people, though. Unfortunately, they always harken back to like sailors, that maybe have a little bit of combat skills, but no actual mercenaries or like sailor types that would actually have some real combat skills. Unfortunately,
Do I have to try again tomorrow?
you'd have to try
Or-
again.
This is day 6, correct?
Yes.
You can get Yakul's help now if you want, or Yakul can continue to be a good boy on his own.
Yakul's going to keep doing what he thinks is he's supposed to be doing right now, which is recruiting mercenaries, and I'm going to keep doing the same thing I was doing unless somebody comes and asks me to help them.
Yes.
On day 7, I'll get Yakul to help me out.
Okay.
Well, day 6 for me, I'm going to just dance for myself to make some money.
Okay. Give me the check then.
God,
Okay.
16. I'm hoping it's a little more gold with this being a prosperous town, but the 16 might not even make it to gold level. And day 7, I'm relaxing and doing my own thing.
Okay. Let me just check how much you earn with this. It's been a while since we've rolled for performed earning money. You get a little bit, but not a whole lot. You've got a 16.
And do you want to do purchasing stuff after stream? Or actually, it might matter if we're buying chain shots and stuff.
2.
Bookkeeping is never fun for stream.
The thing is, what we could do is, if you want to look at what you're fully purchasing and stuff like that, we can do the negotiation side of things on stream, and then what we can do is we can come up with a list and talk about it at the beginning of the next time. Kind of like, this is what you bought, kind of thing. So we can kind of save and say here's your negotiations. So you'll earn 2 silver.
2 silver.
Yeah.
Oh boy, 2 whole silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, given how much money we're making through pirating, he's not really doing the dancing for money. It's for himself, but making some money is not.
Yeah.
There's no spells I could use to enhance my check here, right? Because
Unfortunately,
it lasts
enhanced
for a
diplomacy
while.
doesn't last very long, and gather information takes time.
Is there a spell that increases my charisma, maybe?
Not one that would
There
last
is.
long enough, probably.
Eagle Splendor lasts
Minute per
minutes
level.
per level. 4 minutes per 4 minutes? Probably
You
not,
would
no.
need it takes an hour to gather information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. It's a long-term one. Quick checks, Eagle Splendor definitely works with. Though you don't get the full bonus because you already have a +2 enhancement bonus, so you don't get
It would give me an extra +1.
Yeah. So, if you want to grab your cool for day 7, and...
Roll me a 12, they're cool, okay?
That's
didn't roll
not
me
a
a 12.
12.
It's not 12.
I didn't need it.
But, you will ask around, and, you will learn about a band of mercenaries that has recently come into town that seems to have had a disagreement with the previous ship that they were on, and now has kind of come open to being hired.
I go to them with y'all cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. Basically, when you're doing this, you're just sort of leading y'all cool by the hand. He understands what's going on and stuff, but he's not
Come
really
here,
sure.
Captain.
But
Follow me. We have much to do.
Follow me, Captain.
Be
I'm
here,
impressive
Captain.
in one context. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, when we get to the mercenaries,
I have a
What?
plan for you, Eric, okay? You'll be
Mhm.
happy about it. You'll like it.
I like plans.
Do you want to be large for 3 minutes?
No, I don't want to give him any buffs. He doesn't need them. It won't help because the crew's going to be long term. So just trying to impress them once with a large man doesn't really work. You have
No,
to
you
have
punch
their
them.
actual loyalty.
So,
Punch
I
them
don't think
in
you know how this
loyalty.
works.
word is
Two
that
wizards.
okay.
So we meet up with these mercenaries, right?
Give me a second here.
That's Tantus's universal sign of I'm playing Pokemon Go right now. Shut up.
No, I was getting a message from my family about something for just a second.
Alright.
So I was just doing a quick response. Nothing critical, but I just was, letting them know what they asked the question on.
Just memeing you.
You will hear that the leader of this band is at the Drunken Boatswain, which is one of the various taverns that are in the dockside. It is I'd say middle seediness. All the taverns on the dockside are honestly seedy, but they have different levels of seedy. You have the slightly seedy to very seedy, and this is kind of in the middle. The Drunken Boatswain. There's probably some loud music going on of someone on some kind of instrument and singing. That sounds like there's an echoing of drunken singing as some people seem to be singing along with it. You'll kind of see a glass go flying out the door as you kind of come up. As there'll be 2 men who are fighting, and the one will just kind of deck the other as he comes flying out. as he's like, as he kind of like will then like he'll come tumbling out, and the other guy will be like, and that's what you get for saying that about me mother.
Yeah, and these are the people fighting. They're just random people, or are they one of the mercenaries I'm looking for?
You have no clue. You don't. You just know that there's a mercenary band, and they go by name of the sorry, band of razors.
I walk in the tavern and see this. Where are the razors at?
No one responds. It's a busy tavern that like everybody's like drinking and cavorting. It's filled. This place is very busy.
Don't make me enthrall everyone.
Lol, amazing.
If no one responds, I stop. I look. This is probably a terrible idea. This is how you get thrown in jail.
This is how you get murdered.
Now they're probably all dumb enough. They don't actually they can't stop it. The enthrall from happening.
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to the bar.
Okay.
I won't do it. I heard the band of razors are here. It's a mercenary group, looking for work. I heard.
What are you talking about? What do you want to drink?
Ale for him, and I point to y'all. Cool.
Just ale for the big guy.
2.
Double sized.
All right. He'll kind of like pour some ale out, kind of clunk down like a mostly clean mug down for you.
While this is happening, can I just be sort of scanning the room and just like
Sure.
seeing if I can catch these guys?
Give me a sense motive.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, both of you can give me sense motives to kind of size up the room.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, cool.
You're cool. Like Revia, there's like so many people here, and a lot of them look kind of like tough. It's really hard to tell, like and no one stands out. No one stands out, and like it's just so loud and crazy going on. But you're cool. You've trained. You've had some fights. You're a little different. You've certainly had that thing, and you're kind of like scanning the room. And most of these people, they don't carry themselves with the thing of a warrior. But there's this one big guy kind of standing at like a tall table in the back that he kind of has this air of like a warrior about him.
As Revia is like the guy, Revia is getting frustrated at this bartender who's like sort of going about making the drinks. I'll just nudge her with my elbow and gesture over to the guy and say, I think there might be one of them at least.
Good. Get around the drinks. Bring them over.
None.
And I'll start walking over to the table where the big guy's at.
When he comes back, I'm gonna put down 2 gold pieces, and I'm gonna say, "Give me a bottle of rum."
He'll
And
get
then I'll
out
start
his.
drinking the,
It's probably not great rum, but it's rum.
Oh no, it's rum. I didn't expect it to be
I'm thinking
rum.
like how much is a bottle of rum? Probably for the entire bottle more than 2 gold, but honestly you could probably get one that is like
I'll
2
give
gold.
him 3. Yeah, I'll give him like 3 gold. Or it's not gonna be much more than that.
That's a lot. Well, 3 gold's a huge amount of money.
Well, I think for like a bottle of rum, it'd probably be
Oh.
2 gold.
It is a
I'll
hard liquor, though, is the other thing I was thinking of.
Yeah. I thought you meant like for just a cup, whatever.
No. I'm
bottle.
grabbing the bottle.
Food and drink. Hey, I can click on this section. So. Alright, you'll get your bottle and certainly be able to
I've approached them before
Yeah.
Yakubu comes. And I walk up and I sit down at the table, assuming there's an open seat.
There's not really open seat. These are like a standing table here. Like that's what they
Okay,
got. They don't have
yeah.
really seats here. They've got these standing tables that you can kind of like circular tables. There seems to be a group of people around this table.
I'll just lean up onto the table.
So you're kind of like squishing in there because there's not really a lot of space. So you're just kind of like moving in there. Yeah, you can do that. There's probably a little bit of space that you can kind of like squeeze, not quite squeeze in, but kind of like pop yourself in there.
I look at the big guy.
Like the chatting and stuff that they were doing kind of stops as you arrive, and they all kind of stare at you.
I look at the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bet. I got a big old friend. Arm wrestle competition. We could put some gold on it.
He paused for a second, thinking.
Come on, you can't be a coward. Look at those muscles.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking a long time to think.
Sorry.
His mind goes blank. His
He
eyes
kind of
go
like
back.
looks around at the group for a second,
know.
kind of like goes, all right. Kind of like snaps. Arm wrestling, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of measures as like everybody clears the table. It looks like a couple of them are like just like like roll their eyes at this entire thing, you know. Certainly.
And then y'all cool comes with a bottle of rum, wrestling him.
Yeah, I'll just like walk behind. I didn't hear anything that just happened, so I'll walk behind. And Yoko, being a 6 charisma guy, will also push his way in. But unlike Revia, I can't squeeze my way in. I just make space, and I'll kind of place the bottle of rum down on the table and say, well, actually, I'll just place the ball of rum on the table, and I'll look to Revia.
Yeah, I'll pat you on the back. You'll be all wrestling him. I put a wager of let's say 5 gold on it.
Like the man's gonna like whistle. Empty price for a little bit of wrestling. Sure, why not? I got some disposable cash. He like roots around like in like a pouch, you know, and then he pulls out and slaps down 5 gold.
Oh, cool. Just give him
And
like
they
a
arm
once
wrestle.
over. Yeah. Yoko will give him a once over and put his arm down on the table. And he slams it in such a way that it just like shakes everything just a little bit without actually knocking anything over.
Everybody already picked up all their stuff from the table as soon as they heard about this. You know, he's waiting. He's not putting his arm down. He's waiting. He's waiting. He put down the money on the table. He's waiting for the.
I already put down my.
Oh, you put down your money. I didn't know you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed that. Okay. Then he's gonna kind of get in position. So the two of you are ready. Who's gonna officiate this thing? We just gotta start.
I can do it, but I imagine you want one of your boys watching too.
There's a similar looking kind of glance.
I look over to a dwarven fellow and nod to him to officiate.
Okay.
Wait, Mo was not there.
Oh, is there?
There the whole time.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The dwarf is actually gonna like kind of like hop up and lift himself up on the table, and then kind of like put his arms up and be like, "Fellows, we got ourselves a contest. 10 gold at stake. Anybody else want some bets?" There's about a couple of minutes of like some bets coming in on the various sides.
Yeah, that's fine.
While this is happening, Yokel's doing his best to like put up an intimidating presence, but as with everything, when he tries to be intimidating, he probably doesn't come off around intimidating.
I just like whisper to you, stop staring at him like that. You're squinting your eyes too much. You look like a petulant child.
just like I think I'm glaring at him. I'm just like, did you
Open your
glare?
eyes. Just look at him. Just look at him normally. Calm face. Stone face.
It's like you're a lizard, dude. You look scary without making the face, please. The grimace, it's like I'm just like grimacing, but it looks like I'm like smiling weirdly.
The face is humorous. It's not working. Just stop.
Your face
God.
is funny. Stop.
Listen, you've beaten people with your bare hands, okay? You can beat them with an arm wrestle.
Just please, just stop.
So the dwarf who's up on the table is going to kind of go down, like grab each of your hands as you're kind of going together and get ready and be like, It's gonna be good, clean wrestling. First one who hits the table loses. You two ready? You ready? Scaly one? You ready? The big guy's gonna kind of like nod his head. Gonna put his fist, like his hand down on two of you, and be like, gonna count it down. Two of you start. Everybody want to count down with me? 5, 4.
I imagine no one's counting down with him.
2. As soon as he says 3, though, some people start going in, and then he he lets go, and he kind of like that as like then the cheering from the crowd starts, And I want let's say we have contested strength checks.
Okay.
All right.
Now you wish I was there to make you big.
I could have enhanced him, but
Yeah,
Yakul
okay.
wouldn't want it.
You might have
So,
Yeah.
he's gonna go out to lead and get an advantage on you.
I don't
Yep.
cheat
Mhm.
in this. Right? This is for Yakul. He doesn't like cheating.
So he is ahead right now after the first kind of round as you're kind of pushing. You can feel Yakul. You can feel your like arm getting pushed back, but you're not quite there yet. So let's give another round.
Roll high.
Ooh, that was a good roll. You managed to though turn it back and start twisting his arm over and getting it closer and closer, and you haven't definitely smacked him, but you got him a good distance back. You just like put all your muscle into it. So let me just see the numbers here. You were
Nat 20.
down that much.
You snap his arm off.
You break his
at
wrist.
that, so
Shatter his bones.
you
I mean, that's
correct
only 1 off of 20.
Okay.
Sorry, I broke your whole ass off. Do you want to work on our ship?
that. Okay,
Please.
another round, please.
Oh,
Oh,
Eric.
God.
I didn't roll too good either.
You don't roll too good either.
No, but bonuses.
But he'll kind of swing you back so that you're now kind of like where you just had him. He managed to push you back to that. So now you're kind of on the back end. Okay.
Is this about like
Another round.
who hits like the highest number, or just wins 2 in a row?
It is actually not that. I am actually keeping track of a way of each of you has to
There's-
roll a certain amount above the other to win
Yeah.
in combined
And, like,
rolls.
and then probably like you have a negative or they have a bonus on their roll if you
Yeah.
lost last round or something.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's
That might be it, boys.
So that was a really low roll. So you had kind of like gotten him advantage, and you actually get the momentum as it looks as though like his arm slips out maybe on like a little bit of like ale or something left over on the table, and you just slam it down. As then there's
With that-
cheers and cheers from the crowd,
You made it look interesting.
Mhm.
I got food to 10. So
Yes.
back.
Yes.
Oh, would we like to take our
Why don't we
short
take
break here?
Yes, our second break here, as Yakul has managed to have victory because I rolled a 2.
Yeah, it's a pretty awful roll.
Yeah, it was a pretty awful roll. I definitely could have done the exact same to him when he rolled the I believe 3, but I only rolled an
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh man, that was rough.
Your cool wins.
Yakul wins.
Fatality.
Yeah.
Oof,
So,
ripped his arm off
snack,
his
drink,
pieces,
bathroom
that's
break.
Yeah,
If you need any of those
off
things,
his
go ahead
arm
and take
and
that, and we'll be back in a little bit for our last part.
Heck yeah.
Button here for myself and hit the
Button.
button
Yeah,
for you.
ultra great sword, and I just SWAT roll.
Hit that
love
here. All right. Yakul has now won arm wrestling contest. Bam! There's cheers from the crowd. Money is being handed out. The big man will be like, "Good on ya. Maybe next time when I'm not so drunk, we can do this again."
I have a great opportunity for you then. I hear you are you from the what's it called? The Band of Razors? I hear looking for work.
Who's recruiting?
I pat Yakul in the back. We're a new ship, new people. The Dragon's Promise. We're looking to get some experienced men on board.
He's gonna kind of look to the group, and I'd be like, "We'd have to talk it over."
Of course. I point to the bottle. That's for you guys to think it over.
The dwarf's just gonna grab the bottle and start chugging it down. Tasted worse.
It can get plenty worse, trust me. Have you ever drank rum so watered down it's you can't even tell it's rum anymore? My lord. Trust me, it happens.
Yeah.
So when you water down the watered down grog.
I will converse with the group in a language the rest of the party doesn't understand, I imagine. I don't think any of you speak a language that starts with V.
I
Victory?
don't.
Got
I do speak that language.
Fucking Parisian again.
Oh, I'm replying to something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I look at the person talking and blankly.
Okay. They'll discuss for a little while. Who's answering?
This sort of figure that's sort of been in the more background of the group will kind of step forward, and it's this really short, 5'4", kind of a little difficult to tell if they're a man or a woman. We'll just kind of look at your captain, kind of look him up and down. Do I know who these people are? Have I heard their tales?
Quentin has been around.
Quentin has been around, and there's been some word in this port at least too. So actually, roll me a local. You can see if you've heard the tales. You probably have a bonus certainly now because the Quentin has been.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, jeez.
No, you haven't heard anything about them. Again, like though, there's dozens of Buccaneers in this port, so certainly it's very possible you couldn't have heard of them.
Well,
And you haven't really necessarily been asking about who's here or not.
I am in need of work, so are my boys, and you just beat him in an arm wrestling contest. And that was very interesting to watch. What are you paying?
What standard rate, Pantas?
So how I would work out mercenaries is that if you want to hire a mercenary on, it'll be plunder plus a flat extra pay per month of service.
They take part of the one plunder we give to the crew, or an additional plunder.
They would take a percentage of that would be included in their price.
Okay.
Where is my? Why does my mouse cursor disappear from here for a second?
So our crew just got stonking rich.
Yes, the crew you got.
Because 1,000 something money divided
Like
across
30
like,
people.
I'll describe
there's
her.
30
I'll describe this character a little further. They're in very brightly and vibrantly colored clothing, as is most of their crew as well, except the dwarf. The dwarf is in kind of standard dwarfy clothing. It's gonna be different. It's dwarf. And they have a very strange looking gun on them. It's a pistol, I will add. And it looks like it has 2 barrels attached on it.
I shake your hand then, as I tell you the pay, the whatever in-universe way of explaining it.
standard blah 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 contract. Split the loot and
You
extra
get a
bonus.
percentage. You get a percentage of our loot plus a monthly fee.
And the magical
I'd
items if
say
they
the monthly
suit your
fee
need.
for like a mercenary band like this, because they will have mercenary levels, and because they're specific band, they do have possibility for advancement. And I will tell you, you will probably not have to pay one of them, but the other 4, for reasons that are to be, obvious. But the other 4 will be 100 extra a month to hire them on. They are trained in various things that would be helpful for the ship.
100 gold
Each
a
or
month, so
total?
400 gold or 300 gold?
400 gold, the extras.
400 a month.
A month.
Holy shit!
Well, we're
All
gonna
right.
have to start raiding.
Yeah, start
How
raiding
many-
Start
some
looting
villages.
more people.
How many
That's-
Marines are we getting for that?
That's excessive.
That's 100 per.
Actually, that's not
Yeah.
too expensive for mercenaries, honestly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
actually
but
kind of
how-
cheap.
Uh-huh.
How many Marines
We're getting
are we
4.
getting?
You are
Four.
getting
It's 100
you are
per
getting 4
Technically getting
4
5.
and technically getting 5, but you don't have to pay for one because it's a PC.
Yeah.
Okay. My point being, okay, putting aside the PC bit for a second, which I know it's what we need to get the PC on the boat, but it takes like 4 people to man a single ballista.
Yeah, but they
No,
command.
we
they
only
can
need one
command.
per.
You only need one
Yeah.
commander.
One commander
Okay.
is what it works off of, so they can command all the.
Yeah,
each
I'm not
one
saying we
can
shouldn't
command.
hire them. If in that case, even if it is one per, for us to man all of our siege like if we do get up to max siege weapons, for us to man, well, I guess we'd only do one side.
You would
Let's say top deck and one side of the ship. That would be like 100 gold per. That's
Okay.
14.
let me put it
Yeah,
this
but
way.
that's not. There's gonna be
Expensive on
nothing
our
in
siege
later.
weapons.
The ballistas don't need marines to
Just the catapults.
just
Yeah.
the catapults.
I thought the ballistas counted as siege weapons as well.
Anyone can use a ballista. Though. That's the thing.
Indirect
Okay.
ones.
It's a big crossbow.
Yeah, indirect ones need a
You
marine.
need training for the
Yeah.
Uh,
I will tell you, they are second and third level PC classes, or what these guys
Yeah.
are.
I was just worried if we'd
Yeah.
ever be able to afford if we need enough, but no.
In
It's
late
just
game,
indirect.
late game, 20,000, like 2,000 a month will be nothing.
Yeah, and then you get like 20 Marines that you can be like, hey, we're paying you to, specific. Because the thing is, they are also better fighters, and then will also like add to your ability to take on things. Like I could basically be like, hey, I can subtract a number of like rival Marines on the other boat. Kind of things like that they'll be taken care of. Things like that. You're paying extra for extra combat ability on top of them using your catapults and stuff. I'll
think figure
figure
it's
out.
definitely worth
I'm going to discuss and figure out what all of them are class wise, because I guess I will create a like actual specifically like set of sheets for these guys, because these are specifically this band of Marines, but you can also get generic Marines later on. But this is coming with the PC, so they function as being neater than others
Yeah.
and more customized.
Slightly better
Wow.
than the average Marine.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Sock me.
Mm-hmm.
We did what?
I didn't mean to say that, but like,
Does
Freudian slip.
Does Revia display her holy symbol?
It's yeah. I guess right now I probably don't have my gloves on.
Okay.
Oh, because it's like a tattoo or whatever.
Yeah, my holy symbol is a tattoo on my right hand.
Yeah, I'm probably displaying my holy symbol as well. She's got a holy symbol of Besmara around her neck.
Oh, I see that. I'm like, I see that, and I slyly like rest my hand on my cheek to display the symbol that's like tattooed into my skin.
Interesting.
We have another one of our cause. There's a cleric upon their ship as well.
I'm a little different than a cleric.
Don't worry, I understand the differences. I am not the cleric myself. I'm much better at fighting than a cleric.
Wow.
It's
Rude.
true. Am I lying? That's what I thought it would be.
How's your ship?
I'd tell you directions to it. It's called the Dragon's Promise.
Well, I'll meet you aboard your ship. You have a deal.
All right.
You know, I do the, Besmara, the secret Besmara handshake.
And in Parisian, I just very loudly shout at my boys to get ready to move.
Well,
They are actually quite efficient at doing what the right things. And as the dwarf is still swigging down the rum bottle, and like kind of like eyes all of you up and kind of like smiles, grabs his gear. The big guy will kind of like thumps you on the shoulder. You're cool, and is like, I enjoy serving under a captain I can arm wrestle occasionally.
And Yoko will like sort of brace both his shoulders and say, "I'll look forward to you actually trying next time." And just like give him like a friendly punch on the shoulder, but as he's leaving.
No. You know what you do? You just earned.
God.
I find the largest men amongst the crowd, and I put their handshake all of them. That's just how it is. That's my calling.
You just earned your new predator handshake.
This is a side quest specifically for y'all. Cool.
How many people can he predator handshake and earn the trust
Before the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
I'll also note this lady has a peg leg.
Ooh.
Hey,
All the more
probably
for picking.
Okay.
I guess that's it. That's our last day on the.
Oh yeah. Are you doing anything else? We were talking about you could extend to spend some money on things related to weapons here. Certainly, this is a big enough city.
What's our money pool look like? Since we're going to need to pay these guys monthly, we're going to want to keep at least a couple months of.
I'm assuming that you have 2 sets of money. In
existence. Group money, yeah.
You have your kind of group money, and then you have your ship money. Did you keep them separate? Okay, you probably shouldn't do that, because group money will be used to enhance your PCs. Ship money, played by Plunder, would be to pay for your ship. I would keep these separate.
Well, I figured basically we would just take if we wanted personal money, we'd just put it on our character sheets. Right now, the group money is the ship money, effectively.
If you want to do it that way, that's fine. But I'm just telling you, it's easier for like management of stuff, especially when it comes to enhancing PCs, because you're not always going to get the loot you need, and you might have to buy loot or make loot. And it might be good to kind of separate those two kind of things out. You can pay yourself from kind of like ship money, but you should definitely dedicate a certain amount of money to buying stuff for your ship. Like, we can talk about off-stream management of like food, repair materials, things like that you would get supplies of, and how much supplies of it you would get. I'm not going to keep track of specifically like the real day-to-day, but like we can talk about like getting like months worth, and then we can kind of like, I can mark off occasionally a month has gone by, things like that. So certainly it's a good idea to keep some of that together. So you will want to like it. Okay. Beyond that, so we'll worry about that. We'll talk about that kind of stuff off stream. And again, like, I think at the beginning of the next episode, we'll put together, like, this is what you bought in town here. Everybody knows about it. So we'll discuss the minutia off stream, because that's unneeded to bog down this now. But do we want to say you were going to spend some money on ship-based stuff? Because spending money on ship-based stuff is going to be different than spending money on any PC-based items. You have the money to do either right now.
I think probably we were looking to get more weapons, right? Or was it? Am I wrong?
We probably should just discuss that throughout the week, because we have to actually look at all the ship stuff and see if it's worth.
Yeah, there's a ton
Like
of
1,000 for 2 ballista.
Okay.
So let's say we do stay the extra day, and then in worst case, if we don't buy anything, we stay an extra day.
They'll charge you an extra 5 silver then. It's not expensive to stay docked, but they do charge you to stay docked.
I got it. It's fine. I've paid it.
I mean, we can all just pitch in a silver.
Yeah.
I'll just take it off my sheet for now, because I have the money on it.
I mean, I got to tell you, technically 5 silver still is a pretty good payday. That would be.
Oh yeah, for anybody else. But you forget we're PACs.
But it's a charge at a dock, just to stay there. It's not an expensive
5
charge.
silver.
Certainly there probably is docks that would charge you a lot more. This is charging you pretty cheap, to stay at the dock. So certainly you can do that. Now here comes the question: is there anything else you want to do in town here? We did talk previously about a certain location that there was some interest in for
information,
for reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Callistra's House of Stolen Kisses.
Anyone? What do we need information on though?
What can it? Well, there is stuff that you had heard about previously that maybe information could be gathered there if you wanted to look into it.
I don't recall. I'm
Do you
blanking.
remember there was a story that you heard about that sounded interesting?
Oh, yeah, the thing on that
Sorry?
island.
Yeah.
What was it? There was a
Yeah, you. I'm gonna get the right.
like the base, the thing that is totally
Oh.
fake, but it's gonna be our base because that's like
yeah,
the
the thing that I rolled like a 27 on or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
you knew
thing
about
that's on this map.
the thing that's technically on this map, but not
Thing
actually
that's
on this map.
technically on this map, but we don't know where it is.
Tidewater Rock.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Tidewater
Yeah.
Rock.
So we probably should spend a day, or like someone should go to that place. Probably
I mean,
Quentin.
I was
And
doing
that-
What?
nothing.
Hold-
Quentin,
wait,
Quentin
what?
was busy. Quentin was busy.
No, on the
What?
last day. If you want to stay, we're staying an extra day anyway.
Well, LD said that they would
Yeah.
do it.
I
Okay.
if I did any scroll things, that would have been like one day for me. It's
Yeah.
only a
Yeah.
couple hours to do it.
No, I just wasn't sure
So-
because Quentin had expressed an interest in going to that place.
I don't remember what we're talking about. Or
Uh,
I
The
don't know
Tidewater
what-
Rock.
There's a legend of a hidden fortress on an island.
Basically, when your ship was christened, there was a kind of like a good luck saying that basically mentioned a place, Tidewater Rock. Tidewater Rock is kind of this location which Natiles knew as kind of
A
like
legend.
a legend. Natiles knew enough to know like there probably is a real place like this, but it's kind of seen as this kind of local legend of like this pirate thing that it's this location that most pirates that are already established don't really have to worry about because they already have their bases of operation or stuff like that. But it would be a place that would be a theoretical base of operation for a pirate if you could claim it as your own. And it's supposed to be in an area that's a good that's near good shipping lanes for, well, pirating.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
would have
we-
at least 2 or 3 days.
We learned about this when we christened our ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then,
The,
okay, so
the
I'm going to
captain-
chalk this up to memory issues because I do not remember any of this.
Yeah, yeah.
The free captain, when he christened the ship, he's like, "Good luck," and blah blah blah. I forget what he actually said.
I can...
and it was
Tidewater's
that was
Rock.
legend. Yeah,
I-
blessed by Tidewater's Rock or
Give
something.
me a second here. I can
Yeah.
give you the exact words he said if I get to the right page. There it is.
We were here for a week.
Good fortune and
My-
sure
my
sail
first
await
day-
to one who can crack Tidewater Rock.
Good
So
fortune.
my first day.
And sure
was-
sail.
Well, hold on.
buying
People are
things.
talking at the same time.
Yeah, sorry.
Just repeat it.
Good fortune and sure sail await the what one can crack the Tidewater Rock.
Okay, and from that, Nat did a check
Yes.
and figured out it's an actual place, and then we decided we wanted to go try and find
Yeah,
it and make it our base.
it's an old small castle. There was talk that like might be something to look into. It's not.
No, I believe it. I believe this all happened,
Yeah.
but memory issues.
Because the thing
I
is,
literally have no
because the thing is, you have to think about like you don't have a permanent port of call. Like you know that like the pirate lord Tessa Fairwind, she can come to this town here, and it's safe because she controls this town.
Okay.
You know, you don't have that kind of port of call that you can go to. Like if you go to Rickety, that's not your base. You just go there to get fix up and stuff like that. You don't have an actual like place you can like lie down and call your own that's not on the seas. Like even Harrigan has some place like that he can like, put up his boots and rest on shore. It's a good idea to have something like that.
Sorry, guys. I think that's the first time this has affected the game, but that happens sometimes.
Oh yeah, no.
I forgot about it too,
was
so it was mentioned a bunch.
it wasn't. You weren't the only one that forgot about it, and that's the thing about
I
it.
will take that.
But there's the
It
words.
took me a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But those were
and then
the words.
Nat's gonna go find the location of this.
You
I can try.
You can certainly ask at like the Callisto's House of Stolen Kisses is a good place. It's an information brokerage. You would probably have to pay for information, but they very
I don't have that much money. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because I the first day I went out and sold things and bought some stuff,
Mhm.
and then maybe 1 or 2 days a maximum for
Yeah.
subscribing scrolls. It's like a couple hours to subscribe a scroll.
From what I
That's-
remember from Anne, I'd say set aside 2 days, at least.
Well, they're only level 1 and 2, I think. And there's
Yeah,
only
so-
like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Well, you also have that giant whale scrimshaw to scribe everything off of.
Yeah, but I could do that on the boat trip, technically. Because I could buy the ink here, technically. Because there's plausible reason that I would not have the inks while we were sailing around. But now we've been to a major port, I can feel like I bought them when I was there.
Yeah. So you could say you bought the ink, and you're just
Yeah.
you could go there then.
Because I haven't even looked at the spells yet, because I've been looking at other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have like 4 days, 3 or 4 days or something to look into it. If you want me to roll some terrible checks, I can do that.
Okay, so going to the temple is certainly a place that is very interesting because the main entrance kind of functions as certainly a basic temple to Callistre, the goddess of lust and revenge.
Yep.
It's got like a lot of like satin and cloth that kind of like decorates the place. Long flowing like not banners, what's those like hanging down like cloth things?
Tapestry?
Tapestries.
Pennants?
Tapestries, yeah, that kind of like decorate the place of very thin silk that is almost kind of see through. Of course, a beautiful, quite nude statue of the goddess, kind of like in the kind of center of the room,
Tasteful.
and
I'm
tasteful.
worshiping the wrong god.
And then, of course, rather than like pews and stuff, there's like these like very fine seats that are kind of set around. Most of the people that kind of come here seem to be grouped into 2 groups that you can easily tell. There are those that seem to be coming there for pleasurable things. They kind of sit down and wait for like these women who are dressed in pretty much nothing. That's the best way to describe it. It's like kind of like those like silks and satins that are very see-through will come in and like, you know, talk to people, and kind of then many of them will be brought to other places in the temple, very obviously. There are those that are also taken away that seem less inclined for, you know, lustful things, and seem to be taken to places in a different direction. So they're taken to different places, it seems. Probably those that are kind of looking into maybe getting information. So you can definitely hear about many rumors and secrets. And certainly you can easily kind of sit down here. Why don't you roll me knowledge religion to see if you know kind of what you're doing.
Is it DC 10?
Yeah, this is a DC 10.
Okay. Damn it.
Okay, you're not quite sure what you should do to get information or like anything from them. You know, you're not sure what you kind of should do here. So you kind of will kind of mill about for a little bit before a, you know, very scantily clad woman will kind of, as I said, you know, like see-through clothing that's kind of got like these like red and white colors will kind of move over to you and be like, is there something I can help you with? Perhaps you are here to see one of our many priestesses.
I heard this place deals with information.
Ah, so we're here for different reasons. Are sure I could interest you in the other reasons to visit here. You look like you'd be a fun one to spend some time with.
Nope, no, I think I'm good with just information.
She'll kind of give you like this side eye for a bit and be like, well, very well. Allow me to escort you to the place you need to be.
I follow, I guess.
She will take you through the temple, past number of rooms, some of which are slightly open, some of which are closed, but all of which either have sights or sounds of various things going on in them. Certainly,
Damn, my perception.
This is certainly a brothel. And there are all kinds that are here enjoying it. But you'll be kind of led to a area where, like, it's a kind of small table, a long table. Probably it seats like 6 to 8, with these kind of like low table, with like satin pillows kind of surrounding it on the two sides. And you'll be allowed to kind of sit on one side on these like nice poofy pillows. There'll probably be like some incense going on here. Certainly like.
This is not Natilia's element. This is like stiff as a board.
Oh yeah, this is stiff as a board.
Very awkward.
I will tell you, the incense is just like I'm not gonna have you make any kind of check or something about it or whatever you want, but it's incense that are made to like loosen people up. Certainly.
I mean, if it's a nerdy check, I could roll that.
It's not a nerdy check, and I'm not gonna have anybody make checks on
probably
it.
can't roll that then.
No, it's a sexy check. And
I don't have sexy.
We're not
sorry.
forcing any sexy checks here. These are consensual sexy checks.
Yep. If you don't want to make them, you don't have to.
Yeah. But consider that they would probably have sexy check kind of incense in the place, everybody would be fine with it, but certainly it definitely gets, if you're looking for passion, it helps with the passion. Put it that way. After a while, a woman who is still slightly, still just as sexy dressed, yes, you sent the nerd to the Brahmas and the sniper.
Well, that's why I was saying Quentin should go.
Quentin was busy.
I will say,
we're staying here an extra day.
nobody came to ask him.
I think it's good that we didn't send you. We wouldn't get any information.
I disagree.
You probably have a better chance to get information.
There would be much information gained. How much of it would be helpful to the party, I can't say.
No, we send the perfect person to the brothel. We cannot have distractions.
I can't wait for Nat to get back and tell the party where she's been so I can be very indignant about not being sent in her place.
Hey, you were busy during this time.
You were busy during
I was just taking a day off. Wait, what day is this happening on?
It's still during
It's still
sexy
like the
dances.
third or fourth.
Yeah, it's like 3rd or 4th days. It's still during
damn it.
Yeah, we're not a day off
yet. You
yet.
were busy, fucker.
You were busy.
Look, when I find out, I will still say I would have traded dancing for.
Anyway, so she's like
this woman,
like
she's probably slightly more dressed. She actually has like a pair of spectacles on and kind of carries kind of like a book down and kind of lays a book down very kind of like gently in front of you. And I'm like, so you're here to ask some favors of the temple to find out some things that might be able to help you. What sort of information are you looking for? Who do you want to know about? What do you want to know about?
It's less of a who and more of a place. And it's gonna sound stupid, but I'm here on behalf of the crew that I work for, and I'm seeking information about the Tidewater Rock.
Ah. Well, that information can be provided. Information about locations. What kind of information do you want to know about this place?
I suppose the location, I think, would be the best first thing, and we can go from there.
I'm sure that could be provided pretty easily. A location of something thought to be missing on a map might be just heard by the right ears here. Of course, there could be other things that were heard by the right ears here if you're looking for more. But we should probably negotiate how much you're looking for before we dive into it.
I don't think I have any money from the ship yet, so it's just my pocket money.
This is post-selling, so you could have had you could have brought money from selling stuff. You sold stuff early, remember?
Yes.
And that was
Yeah, we had like 3 days of selling.
Yeah.
There's 2005 in the party fund.
So you could have brought some of that if you wanted to, or you could have
How
arranged
much would have been allotted to this endeavor?
up to you because you're
I think
doing.
it's up to Sel, the money man, or lady in this case. You do your
Just take
information
like
you want.
take like 300 gold with you.
Okay.
That's like a maximum. Don't try to spend that much, but
I
that's
don't
assuming
want to
this.
spend that much.
That's assuming that this is going to be expensive. It's better to be safe than sorry on how much you're bringing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any freaking monetary skills.
Okay. Well, you don't. If you don't want to negotiate for price, that's a different thing. I will have a standard price for you for what information.
Yeah,
you want.
I'd probably like fish a little bit to see if I can get a ballpark.
I will tell you the.
How much.
Okay, I will tell you the information. The information of location. It basically is a very easy thing. It's basically the number of knowledge checks effectively they're passing for you depends on the how much they're spending for you. So, like, this is one knowledge check telling you the location. This is something that can be done. But, like, if you want to know about, like, things about the area it's in, what's going on at that location currently, stuff like that, you can spend more to do that.
Okay.
DC matters
I think
too.
Location,
Yeah.
I think, is the first one. And depending on how much it costs, I'll go for more.
Okay. I will tell you that the location will cost you. Let's see here. I'm just checking the DC of this. They will charge you for the location of Tidewater Rock 25 gold.
Oh, done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They can show you on a map the exact location of Tidewater Rock, which is on this map here. Now you can. Now it's marked
I know where
off.
it is on the map.
Yeah,
So
because it
it's
was
sort
marked
of
off.
officially marked.
It's officially marked. That'd be 25 gold.
Trying to think of. Nat is a whole lot smarter than Lightning is.
Mhm.
So it's kind
Is someone in control of Tidewater Rock right now?
Yeah, like, is there any inhabitants there?
For that information, will require more money. If you want to know about,
I've come
it depends.
to spend.
Confirming that there are whether or not there are inhabitants there will cost you 20.
That's fine.
The basic identity will cost you 50. Deeper information about these people will cost you 100.
I think the 20 and 50.
Okay.
So we know who they are, and
It
forget what the
is
first one was.
inhabited. Currently, it is inhabited by Lady Agasta Smithy. The only thing that you'll
Is that
get
something
out,
I can roll a check on?
you could roll a local check on that person.
Oh,
See what you roll.
damn it!
You do not know about her at all.
Fucking 3.
The information that you will gather is she is Lady Agasta Smithy, the widow of Iron Bert Smithy, and a group of mercenaries under her charter are the ones currently in control of it.
Can you pop it in the chat for like notes for later?
I will give her name to you. Give me a second to.
Right.
I can put this in my notes if you guys want. It's just I have a lot of other stuff I keep track on my sheet, so it might be cluttered.
Lady Agasta Smithy.
Interesting.
Brawling
probably
man
work
of
with them there.
And
I rolled a 3.
yeah, widow of Iron Bert Smithy, and her and the crew of mercenaries under her purview. These are the ones that control.
So we have location, we have inhabitants, and
You know
like,
that you know that it is inhabited, and these are the people that are there.
Yeah.
More information on them would be an extra 50 if you wanted to spend
I
that.
mean, I don't really care who these people are. Either we kill them or we negotiate to get them off the island. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay.
There was one other thing that was talked about that's like around the area, but I can't remember what it was. Because it was like it's in the legend version is talking about how it's like really good for raiding because of all the local like trade routes.
Yes.
But that's kind of stuff we already know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing is that it's at the end of like this passageway. So if anyone's trying to come down this way, Tidewater's Rock is
Yeah.
like the lookout point.
Yeah.
Is there anything
This is
else?
why it's good.
Slightly meta. Anything else anyone can think of?
No.
I mean, what I could tell you is if you want to know like things like geography, situation, stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, we can just figure it out later. We're adventurers, all right?
Okay.
We don't need to pay for all the information. Let's just, find it out.
Oh,
Rogue curls up in a corner and cries.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. So that's only
Suffering too.
95. That's fine. You don't get to have the fun like it.
I need to get an economics proficiency in this game too.
No, you
If there is any other questions or information that you wish to seek or look into, you can ask this place.
What about Mr. Fuckface himself, Captain Harrigan?
Captain Harrigan. If you
What
want,
level is he?
Yeah, that's
On a scale of 1 to 20, where would you place this combat prowess?
1 being like the neighbor's son that went off to train with that one random dude that one weekend became level 1 because he spent a couple hundred gold.
And 20 being I am basically a god.
Yeah, someone who single-handedly won a war.
Sorry, I'm just gonna.
Dun, 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 dun.
If you want to know about Captain Harrigan, depends on how much you pay. He will also be more expensive. I will tell you automatically.
I'll put 150 gold down on this.
150 gold.
The rogue is sobbing in the corner. He is curled in the fetal position. He does not know why.
I haven't spent over 300 yet.
Natalia spends like spends like I would.
The goal wasn't to
Oh,
spend
yeah.
300. It was 300 in
I'm
case
not
you
at
needed
300.
it.
I'm
You're
not
at 235 or something.
I have
Yeah,
it.
270.
plenty of
or
money
something.
left.
Yeah. I'm not spending more than that. That's what I'm spending on information, and then I'm leaving.
I know. It's funny. I don't care what you're doing.
Yeah, no,
right?
you have your entire prerogative to do what you want at the place you are with the gold you have.
It's
I
just
have
funny.
met
Information, too.
Meta curling up in a ball crying at the lack of negotiation and the putting money down on the table.
I have no diplomacy skills.
I know.
None.
I know.
Zero.
Why do you think the rogue is crying? He does not know
Rogue is
why.
busy.
But
He's doing a belly dance. It's going really well, and suddenly there's like this
Urge
cry as if
of pain.
lots of coins have fallen onto the table and no one picked them up.
There it is.
I feel as though 150 gold coins were silent.
This will take me a minute because I have to figure out which of these books has Harrigan's full information in it, since you're asking for it.
Well, I mean, I figured it was gonna be expensive because it was like 100 gold for like detailed information about people. So I was willing to spend a little bit extra because this is like a known dude.
Yes. Fleet battles. Don't worry about that. Skull Shackles, checkers. There we go. Barnabas Harrigan. You will you will find out some basic information. Not a little bit more than basics with 150 gold. He's expensive, as he is a free captain. And knowledge about a free captain, it does not come with a.
Yes. He's a big deal.
He is a big deal. I will tell you, he is effectively 16th level.
Oh, gee.
Well, that's how you beat him, kill him
I
on
mean,
the campaign, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
Uh-huh.
don't know what we expected.
I'm
It's
not really
just-
surprised by his level.
I don't know. It
I'm
just
more
seems so
interested in-
pathetic to like capture a bunch of level 1 mooks to run your ship if you're 16th level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if
feel
you're
like you can do
16th
better
level
than that.
and you're like an evil person,
Well, maybe
why
it
would
wasn't-
you do better
yeah.
than mooks?
It might have been his crew who did it, who are much significantly lower level.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
he
the
doesn't
question is,
do that anymore.
well, he had 2 people at like level 4.
Delegated.
I mean, our ship at
Ah.
16th
Delegate.
level is going to have like 5 level 16s plus whatever level our officers are.
Which will level up slightly with us, but not at our level, of course.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is Captain
Um,
Harrigan's a little bitch.
Yeah,
True.
shit, dude. We're gonna go murder that dude.
We're gonna go sink his ship. All right, we're not gonna capture. We're just gonna sink it just cause.
He's well
Yeah.
known for having been able to outsmart the Chelish Navy and Admiral Duvillian Thrun, the head of the Chelish Navy, having managed to escape them a number of times. That is one of the things he's most known for. He originally hails from the port city of Sengahor, He made
Put
his.
that on the list of rating.
Probably not now, no.
It is
Are you
large.
intentionally fucking with them?
We could do that when we're level, like, 13 or something.
He
We're
was
actually starting to harry.
Barnabas Harrigan is not his original name, but his original name has been lost. He started on the pirate ship Sea Wasp and rose to the ranks of first mate, but he did lose one of his eyes in the process.
Okay, so he suffers that penalty of missing an eye, it seems.
Maybe.
Probably not. He just has the blind fight feat chain completely maxed out. So when he fights, he actually just puts his eye patch over his working eye.
I don't need to see to fight you, boy.
Wouldn't that be such a weird twist of fate?
Originally, though he was the first mate on the Sea Wasp, he tried to get, when he got his way to Port Peril, separating from the Sea Wasp, he tried to jump ship to his own command and got on board the Wormwood, which was under Captain Alistair Flint. Unfortunately, for Flint, in an attempt to gain some slaves, one of them was known to have slit his throat and made a deal with Harrigan, the ship for freedom. And that's how he became in command of the Wormwood. He basically
captain.
He basically switched ships to the Wormwood, got into being a first mate position on that ship. And then when the captain of that ship got his throat slit by a slave that he had taken and, probably tried to do some things with, didn't go well.
Not great.
And Harrigan was like, yeah, sure, you can have your freedom. I'll have a ship. Thanks. Yeah. So, yeah.
How much money of the 300 do I have left?
You spent, what, like 70?
Approximately 65 gold.
Yeah.
Ravi is just going to be astounded when you come back and how much
I spent all the gold.
out of
Some
game.
of it on myself.
Out of game, that's fine. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
useful information.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
in game, it's just.
But I mean, I would have had to pay this much for information on him anyway.
Yes, this is the basic, this is what most people know about him, that know something about him.
Yeah.
So you know a little bit of his backstory. All the ships that he's on have been very brutal ships. And certainly, you know if there's any issues. The last kind of bit of information about Barnabas Harrigan is, there is word that, there are those amongst the free captains that don't look kindly in the way he does things, because his brutality tends to not what's the word I'm looking for?
Make a bad reputation.
Incite groups like the Chalish Navy.
Okay.
So if there were ever going to be a naval incursion actually into the Shackles, there is always worry about that, The Shackles tries to not do enough to piss off countries to come into the area, because all the pirate captains are on their own. Granted, there have been, when pirates come together to defend the Shackles, which they have a few times, they elect a Hurricane King. And they have that position kind of there. And there are those that have held the position that, when that is needed, come to it. Now, granted, there has been word that there is worry that a Hurricane King might be needed in the future. But that's, hence why, there's talk of... But nothing has come about enough for it to actually come to be. There's always whispers of stuff like that anyway.
Yeah, till the 4th or 5th book or whatever of the adventure path.
When actually something happens and you do need to kind of get into that position. But yeah, so that's kind of the position Harrigan is. He is in a good position with the free captains because he is strong, but he's also in a bad position because he tends to be very brutal. But no one would really...
doesn't make a good name for everybody else.
No, but really, he isn't so bad that that people would do something about it.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
I will, I guess, be polite about it and be like, I think that's enough for now. Thank you.
Well, if you ever need anything else, please stop by. And if you ever need to do anything, if you ever need any other services from our temple, please be sure to stop by.
I assume you sell drinks here.
We don't really sell drinks necessarily. You can get them as part of your service.
And dare I even ask what that costs?
Depends on the kind of service you're looking for.
Just some comfort away from a boat?
Do you want very intimate comfort, or just company comfort?
Regular comfort?
Kind of medium.
Yeah, I want medium level
Medium
comfort.
comfort, please.
I don't want high comfort, just medium.
One medium comfort, please.
Yeah, one medium comfort.
No sugar.
I respect it.
You're just looking for perhaps a nice, comfortable place to relax?
That'd be fine, yes.
We can offer that. It'll be... I guess it would be like... the high-end brothel spa treatment where they don't have the sexy time, but you have someone that looks after you, gives you, like, massages or something without the happy ending.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Probably we could spend, like, 20 gold. 20 gold would give you a really nice afternoon, really relaxing.
Plenty of my own money.
Yeah,
on this.
you'll get to enjoy, like, nice massages, probably like a nice, like, heated bath, probably some, like, nice incenses and stuff. Sip some really fine teas at some point in time.
The rogue once again cries a single tear because why would you not just take the ship's money and say it was information?
Because,
Nobody would know.
because I would know.
Tilly's is, like, not...
See,
And guess what? None of the crew get to see Nat take off the freaking heavy robes. Suck it.
This right here is why you don't send the rogue.
Nat probably shows up back there looking really nice because you probably got, like, well manicured and stuff and pampered, probably like feeling like really good, shows up back of the ship, nice.
It's expensive, but
Also,
I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Wow, you spent 20 gold on this when you could have just come to the ship's officer who's already a courtesan? Wow. You could have had this done for free?
Mm-hmm.
My god. Why would
Not
you
really, because you'd have to pay for the oils and stuff.
I have the oils already! I'm a
Oh.
professional courtesan! I
How
have
am I
all
supposed
the
to know
stuff they
that?
have! Including the perfume and the aphrodisiac candles!
Well, I don't want that.
Well, okay, you don't need that, but I have the oil!
Anyway, did you add the 55?
Can I get a
gold back
Quentin
in?
treatment?
Yeah? Just ask for it.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I've been a long day.
look,
It
look,
gets the
all
Quentin
of these nice ladies are also trained on stabbing people in the face because that's
fair.
what Callisto
Wow,
is.
what a similarity.
Wow, it's just Quentin. except
They are,
for Legion.
because it is lust and vengeance, but it's not like vindictive
Like I
vengeance.
said,
It's
I'm
wrongdoing.
serving the wrong god. Or
You are.
worshipping the wrong god.
Mhm.
I didn't
Well,
even know
just
this one
worship this god
existed.
now. You can just
Oh,
switch.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
there's-
think
Time
What
to
you
go
get for not reading the
convert.
Pantheon?
I read
Yeah,
so many of
screw-
the gods. I
screw
missed this
you,
one
Umber.
apparently.
How dare you not read all the gods and
How
glory?
dare you
for
not
this
read
campaign?
every god, every wiki page on a god in this system?
there's
all
so
their
many.
code of conduct.
Yeah, she's a fondness for
So,
wasps
I
and
guess-
earned this vengeful deity the title of this savored sting, and they use the daggers to represent, wasp stings.
So yeah,
Oh,
later at
but-
night or whatever.
But also favored weapon whip,
Yeah.
because
course.
reasons.
Not-
That fits Quentin too.
Oh my.
My favorite weapon, whip.
We like whipping things
Wait,
out.
I love this. Edicts. Pursue personal freedom. Seek hedonistic thrills. Take vengeance. Anathema. Be consumed by love or vengeance. Let slights go unanswered. So you don't want to be consumed by the love or vengeance, because you always want to look out more of it. And don't let slights go unanswered. Very important.
Hey, they were not slighted by me at all. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, what? Yeah. So yeah, I come back and I give you the information. I give you the 55 gold that was left over,
Yeah.
if you didn't already add it back in.
You had a very nice time, too.
So now you know more
did
about
add it.
the super badass dude that we're gonna have to fight, and also that someone owns Tidewater Rock.
Can I just kind of
Someone controls Tidewater Rock. What do you want?
Yeah.
Can I make a perception check?
Sure.
Perception check.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody
weird.
smells like
you
somebody
like-
smells like they got into my kit.
Yeah, that's actually probably
I've
true.
been gone all day.
Yeah. And you probably smell really nice in comparison to what you did. I mean, it not necessarily smells exactly like your kit, but it smells like certainly Natili's either went to like some kind of place to wash up, like a public bath or something, or like a private or like a bathhouse, or maybe at least bought some perfumes or something.
Okay. Get away with it this time.
I love how Discord doesn't pick up when I cackle softly. I don't know, just like, oh, that didn't get picked up.
Okay.
I think this is actually a really good place to end it here because we got the information brokerage. If we figure out if there's anything else you want to do in town, we can discuss that off stream and do that kind of at the beginning of next time. And we can figure out the spendings then too, and then we can look to.
We have a lot of money to go.
We can look at departing Quint and continuing your pirating adventures next time because, and we got a new person that we can kind of get some more stuff with on the ship. I think that's maybe we're gonna start with like Misty showing up on the ship and kind of working through what's going on there and all that kind of stuff, and we can also include that to kind of get some role-playing aspects of that in the next episode because we've kind of been introduced to a new character. Now we have to learn who they are too. So we'll have that opportunity, and I'll probably switch out this picture.
I
Here.
also cast gun on you.
I will
Oh shit! Counter gun.
countergun. So,
Counter gun.
let's have some shout-outs, and then we'll get going for today. Let's start, of course, as we normally do, with Eric.
I don't have anything to shout out for right now. I am going to be, for the near future, busy. So,
Yes.
come watch Dentist on his channel. When I come back, I will, talk more about my schedule going forward. But right now, just come watch Dentist.
It's packed.
You're going on adventures. Adventure! Lightning.
I'm just here now. I don't think I'm gonna be anywhere else for a little bit. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Also, holidays are weird.
Holidays are weird. My holiday schedule has already become super weird.
Yeah. Once it goes into January, I think things will be a little bit more stable.
Yep. Momo, anything to shout out?
You can watch me here. I'm also on Children of Wrath, which is usually on Thursdays at 9 p.m., but we're on a bit of a break. I don't remember when we're supposed to be back for that. And sometimes I'm on Discussing Tabletop when I get home from work, not super late.
Yeah, I think Children of Wrath is supposed to be off tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure it's off tomorrow.
I'll pay.
I thought it was gonna be on tomorrow, but
I don't
off.
remember.
One of these was off, one of these was on, and I don't remember which. And I'll ping the group. I'll ping the group.
Yeah.
I don't
Tomorrow.
remember either.
Because I can't remember. Sel, do you have anything to shout out?
No, I don't think anything this week. I don't think we're playing next Monday.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And then Umber, anything for you to shout out?
Hi, I'm your local friendly shipboard officer courtesan who nobody takes advantage of except for one person who is no longer even actively with the party anymore.
No. Is still there and probably still actively doing it. Just seems a little more robotic and NPC-ish.
No soul this time.
They T-pose over you and dominate.
They actually now they only stay within the carpet, the hospital section. They never leave that room
That's it.
unless asked to
You're
leave.
not allowed
I'm
to
just
leave.
gonna say, cuddling my living blanket isn't as fun anymore when they're like a robot.
Half living.
Yeah, there's no soul.
This was a fun time. Thank you for spending time with me.
They have devolved from Kitsune into android. They therefore have no emotions.
All right, you just made this weird. No more of this.
So myself, Tanzanara Van Dracovin. Current schedule, maybe Children of Wrath tomorrow. I'll find out now. If we're off, I'll send it into Discord because I honestly can't remember what we talked about because we were off last week and I don't remember people's schedules. So there was a week we were going to have to be off on that, but I don't know if it was this or next week. I'll figure it out. I think both me and Momo are at least free, and we'll figure out the rest of people. Other than that, I will probably try to get at least a gaming stream on one of these days, maybe Christmas Eve. But my Christmas schedule got really messed up. I'm going to tell a story here, just a short one, to say that I might do a stream over the weekend, I might not. Originally we have stuff on Saturdays on Christmas, but for reasons, because my mom's side of the family, which we go to visit, are Seventh-day Adventists who celebrate their Sabbath on Saturdays. So my aunt, in the wisdom of, I don't want to be stressed out, tried to move Christmas food with everybody to Sunday. I was accepting of this. It's different, you know? My uncle got COVID.
Oof.
Oh, cool.
So we're putting it off over. We're now not going to have it until the next week. So on the 2nd of January is our big Christmas thing with my mom's side of the family. So I don't know if Sunday I'm going to go see my grandmother in New Jersey or not. Probably not Saturday, because we normally do a lot of like stuff anyway in the mornings at the household before we would have gone to my mom's side, because that's, 15 minutes away instead of 2 hours. But we'll figure it out. If I have some time, I might do something. I'm definitely not going to do discussing tabletop on Saturday. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do something in the evening if I can either do it on my own or pick up people for like a little holiday thing. I will be doing a holiday RPG thing, but I don't know what day I'm doing it. I'm going to do it sometime this next week. I'm going to see about maybe throwing people together quickly for a mega movie. I've got 2 people. I'm going to ping the old group. Did I ping the old group? I might not have pinged the old group again, and see about this Sunday if anybody wants to do it. I can't remember what the fuck I've been doing anymore. My mind is gone. But I'll try to do some stuff and expect some things. And I hope everybody had a great Saturday and a great time joining us today. And my madness will probably not go away. So enjoy that.
Look, as far as the Christmas thing goes, just push it back roughly another week and you've got Ukrainian Christmas.
I'm confused now, so I'm just going to go... there's a joke in there that I'm missing because...
There's no joke! I'm Ukrainian! Just push it back a week and you've got Ukrainian Christmas!
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Gregorian calendar. Or,
Oops.
yeah, Gregorian
Oops.
calendar.
Oh,
Madness.
not... Oh, you
Of
God.
the lands.
True madness.
I do want to bring back madness. There's a couple of things I want to do. I want to do some stuff off stream, little bits of stuff. So I might ping people in like this group or some other group to do some like little mini off stream campaigns of like testing stuff out to put on stream at some point in time in the future afterwards. But madness is something that I'll do in the future. Probably when this one's done. Maybe I'll look into doing madness again.
One never ends.
Using actual
Right,
Pathfinder.
Julian calendar. We're on Gregorian.
Whatever. I'm confused anyway. I hope
Bye.
everybody has a great blah blah blah. Bye.
Bye!
I've lost my mind. I have really.
Bye.
Madness.